my chest region a bit more.
I mean,
Your chesticles.
give the fans what they want,
Yeah.
Sam. Give the fans what they want.
Chest hair.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
there is not enough for like 6. It's
All
all
right.
here. That's it.
So, to the viewers out in viewing land, if you exist, hi, hello, and welcome to Snogbeep Dungeons Incorporated, where we are beginning session 2 of our Friday night campaign. We'll be beginning shortly, but first, we're going to try out this new intro. And we're back.
We're not. I'm still watching the intro because
Yeah,
the
I'm
stream
still
is
watching
delayed
it
a
too.
little bit.
We're a little behind you on that one.
I'm aware, but you guys don't need
Now
to be
it's
watching
over.
the stream. All right. So, where we left off last time, you all had been hired by Nistraves to go and find out information on rare artifacts. It was believed that they would be located in 4 locations they had singled out for you, which they provided you with a map. After some debate amongst yourselves, you opted to begin your investigation by heading to Sandolvar, where along the road you were briefly attacked by bandits, which you handily dispatched. Your journey took you through Heldon Hall and onward into the forest, where you found the small logging town of Telos. After finding out information about another group of adventurers who had left a not-so-savory impression upon the locals, you learned that Mirror Lake was a dangerous place to venture towards due to a wizard, and you were left debating how to proceed from there.
Just so I can remember correctly, what time of day is it?
You guys had spent the night, so this would be early morning now.
Gotcha.
I was at the.
Emporio Verdantis.
That's the one. I dragged up my notes and they are empty, which is unfortunate because I had made lots of them. So
That is quite unfortunate.
that's sad. Patty's had a memory wipe. Whoops. I think a new Windows. We got Windows 10 on this one.
That's what she gets for storing it on the RAM instead of the hard drive.
And for those of you who have their Sirenscape up, you should be hearing sound now.
Thank you for reminding me to
That
turn it on.
is the.
Yeah, I'll be doing that. We run a professional and slick operation here.
Am I the only one that remembered that?
You are.
Absolutely.
Nah, we all did it, don't worry. I'm definitely not doing it right now, but I also won't share my screen. Okay.
Talk about how prepared I was.
Hey.
You know, I had everything else ready to go. I just forgot that. That's the thing on the bottom of my list. I just didn't do step 5.
Here at Snugbeat Dungeons.
Put it in really fine print. You were running out of ink when you were writing down your to-do list.
Yeah.
Well, I've got a folder that's just 5 things, and I just opened them all up and I'm ready to go. And one of them is Sirenscape.
Right, I'm going to do my test roll now as well to get that natural 1 out of the way. Good. Actually was. Right.
So you're joking.
Yeah, no.
Manifest.
Well, no, I've got to do it, right? So every time it's a superstitious thing, I roll my dice first. It's always an ass roll, and then I get decent rolls the rest of the day. But the first one's always like 1 to 3 consistently.
Yeah, well, I'm cursed, so.
Then I start playing and I roll garbage.
Yeah, I'm cursed. There's nothing I can do to make D20s like me. Every
Alright.
once in a while they'll bait me, but they just fucking hate my guts.
So,
Nat 20 on an initiative roll.
what is your plan of action?
Right.
I will let the party speak as I am currently walking from the shop to the tavern.
Alright, so. Plan is still to go to Sandolvar, yes? Even though we've heard this about the wizards?
Like
Okay.
I said before, I ain't scared of no still water lake.
Alright. So. We have the cart with Bell and Whisper. That should be able to handle most of the overland travel. Do we want to skirt a bit outside the lake so that we are not right up against it, or follow the shore particularly?
Well, we are on a bit of a time crunch, if I recall correctly.
We could definitely have more time. But
Follow
Does
the
anybody-
road. It looks like that takes us a little bit by the shore and a little bit away from the shore. I don't think we want to be backed up to the shore itself all the time in case we have to make any kind of expeditious retreat.
well, there is no road that connects Telos with Sandolvar.
We be going through woods mostly. So, Unit 32 is not here, correct? So,
She's walking back.
I was walking back from the thing. I don't know. It's up to Andrew how quick I am.
It doesn't take that long. It's not that big of a town.
Yeah.
we're in
The Minstrel's Pub.
the Minstrel's Pub, right?
Correct.
Yes. I don't remember the barkeep's name. That is
I don't think we ever asked the barkeep's name.
okay.
I
That would explain why I don't remember it.
believe you did.
I thought we did.
Oh, well, I didn't write it down, so
Therefore, it was not important. Yeah, Eladil. You totally got that.
Yes.
that was it. Okay.
But that's definitely a name I remember telling you.
Yeah, I definitely remember hearing that name now that it's said. That's what I was trying to watch back for, Tyler.
Mhm. Oh, the names.
Yeah,
Gotcha.
that's Is Eladil around?
Yes.
Excuse me, Eladil.
Yeah. Yes. What can I help you with?
As we mentioned, we are headed towards Sandolvar. I was wondering if we could get more information about what was wrong with the lake.
The lake.
The wizard, obviously.
Well.
Where people.
We
Well.
were told about
I
fire
know.
bars and waves.
Well. I just know that all the logging parties that have ventured too far towards the shore have talked of explosions and walls of fire and booming voices, and it's why, as I said, they've set up markers to prevent people going
Yes,
too
yes.
close.
Is there any sort of central logging camp?
How do you
Outside
mean?
of the city?
No, they kind of venture out and collect what they need and bring it back. While lumber is one of our primary imports, we're not trying to take down the whole forest.
Of course, of course. Could you perhaps point me in the direction of one of these loggers that we could speak with? Perhaps a bit more about the walls of fire and explosions out on the lake?
Certainly. You will probably want to go talk to Authert.
Offered. Thank you.
And she gives you directions to where you can find
Yeah.
the logging camp.
Okay, so I think that might be the best next course of action, is to find out a bit more of exactly what we are dealing with. No?
That might be the wisest choice.
Alright, has anyone seen Prima?
At this moment, if there's a door, I walk in.
There is a door.
Please tell me you kick it in. Please tell me you kick it in.
No, I don't kick it in. I walk in an extremely graceful, controlled fashion with tactical heels deployed because there's people around.
The tactical heels or the social heels?
The social heels, because there's people around. This my tactical social piston heels because I'm a fucking weird robot. And I'm having too much fun with it, honestly.
Prima, you need to learn how to make an entrance.
So, teach me.
Come. Oh, I walk you back out the door.
Okay.
Close the door.
Okay.
I look over to Alexi. I say, I think we're gonna be here a while.
It does seem like this, yes.
You have to assert your dominance. Show them that you mean business. Something like this. And then I kick in the door.
To,
Okay.
to the logging
To the
camp?
place we're in. We just walked outside.
Or-
and
We
kicked
just
in the door
walked
to
out
this
of
pub.
we just walked out of the tavern, shut the door, kick it in.
Okay. Eladil goes, "What in blue blazes?"
Sorry, I'm proving a point here.
Adventurers.
Your turn. I shut the door again.
So the door is there's a small pause while everyone waits for a large entrance. Then the door opens slowly, and I step through gracefully and then say, "Have you heard of the Mermaid's Rest? It is the greatest place for food in all known dimensions, except maybe Mechanus, because no one's been there."
Alright, that is
Kind of.
enough. Come!
Looks at you
I'll
fine.
go
You'll have to
first.
work on
Let's move along, please. Yes.
How did I do?
I'll give you points for trying,
Point
but you
6
definitely
seconds.
didn't pass.
To the logging camp.
To the
Okay.
logging camp.
You
Yeah, I'll follow them.
you make your way. You see lots of people already hard at work, trying to shore logs down into various planks and blocks.
Excuse me, I'm looking for Othert.
One of the men looks up and goes, Arthur, and calls out, and you see this large man, kind of gruff looking, not too cleanly, missing a finger, comes on over and goes, what can I help you with?
My name is Alexi. We were planning on heading in the direction of Sandolvar, but we were told that there are some troubles with the near the lake. I was wondering if we could get more information as to what is happening, how close we can get, that sort of thing.
I don't know why you're heading that way, damn wizard. So, I know that a while back, me and some of my men were headed to go try and go closer to the shoreline, and this blast of lightning came out of the sky and just blasted the area near us. Would have sworn that if I was any closer, would have vaporized me then and there. He then told us that we were not welcome and to go back. I must say that I was not willing to test my luck after that, and I've had other people report similar stories when they've tried. I don't know how he's able to watch everywhere, but it seems like he knows every time anyone goes near there.
Of course.
Is he a human? Sorry, this guy.
I guess I didn't really stop to ask him, but he
No, I'm sorry, I was out of character. I'm talking about the guy
Oh.
I'm talking to.
Oh, yes. He is definitely human.
32 is not that casual.
Gotcha.
Yeah, no, I was asking because you said he was hurt. He had, like, injuries.
Yeah, he is missing a finger. Yeah.
Okay, so I quite insensitively point at the finger and then say, "This one is damaged. Does it need repairs?"
He looks confused and goes,
Like, gonna, like whip her wings in front of Prima, just be like, don't mind her.
Just ignore the Prima behind the curtain.
I apologize for that. Thank you very much for the information. Does this wizard have a name?
I certainly didn't get his name. He definitely didn't come blasting in and go, "Hi, my name is."
Well, I've dealt with some wizards previously, and they often like to shout their name. I am the great and powerful, whatever. I was wondering if it was one of those assholes.
Didn't have the pleasure.
I understand. Well, thank you again for your time. We will leave you be.
All right.
I also have one question before we leave. Has anyone ever actually been hurt by these fireballs and lightning blasts?
I mean, I didn't see anyone actually get hurt, but I've heard stories. Some of the men said they watched one guy get clear up vaporized, but I wasn't there, so.
Thank you. Have a good day, sir.
I have one further line of inquiry.
Oh no.
Feathers are still up.
Okay, I'm not even going to move them. I'm going to say, I'm just going to allow it to happen. I'm just going to say, have you heard of the Mermaid's Rest? It is the greatest food in all of the land.
I haven't, but thanks.
The proprietor was most insistent I tell everyone.
Well, thanks.
At this point, Stockmall starts kind of pseudo-dragging Prima away.
Like, such weird people.
Come on. Time to go fight us a wizard. Find us a wizard.
Same thing, usually.
Yeah, fight a wizard, find a wizard, unpack that one segment.
Yeah.
All right.
I am going to mention to the party quickly, if we're traveling, before we travel, I will say that the party should venture to the Emporio Verdantis if you wish to buy things. If you have currency, speak to the mushroom. And I'm not going to provide context for it, I'm simply going to say that.
Buy things? What kinds of things?
There is the proprietor appears to be a mushroom. I'm not making that up. I assumed merely that all mushrooms own shops in this area, given that my sample size is currently 1.
So either all mushrooms own shops or all shops are owned as mushrooms. Yet to be determined.
Yes, the line of inquiry is open, but currently my sample size is 1, and the proprietor of the shop was a mushroom. Therefore, the function of mushrooms in this region is shop owner.
But
Absolutely love it.
Opportunity in Zelda.
I did ask a question. I asked you what kinds of things, because you just said buy things.
I believe they sell potions. They sounded interesting. They sounded interesting to me, but I am sorely short of the currency required to take advantage of them.
Unfortunately, we all are considering we have a full 4 more stops on our travels, theoretically.
It might also be prudent to stop by and ask them about the wizard. I didn't think to do that. I was distracted.
This is not an
Out of
unreasonable
character,
idea.
I was distracted by making loads of notes that I then fucking deleted.
Sure,
well,
sure.
as our treasurer, we have 127 gold and 8 silver. in the group pouch.
That's enough for potions.
Yeah. If you want to bring that up.
But is it enough for potions and getting everywhere else we need to get?
I don't know. I'm dyspraxic. I'm not good at maths.
Okay, perhaps we go to this Emporio Verdantis, check out, see if they have any more information about wizards, and see what wares they have.
Okay. You make your
Upon
way.
seeing that a recommendation of mine has been accepted, I smile very widely.
Yes, good thought, Prima. Good thought.
You make your way across the small town to the massive glass and wooden structure. As you open the doors, inside you see the beautiful garden with the large tree in the center. You get the faint smell of lavender and lilac on the air. And there is indeed a very large mushroom behind the natural looking counter that is formed out of the ground.
Excuse me. Are you the mushroom proprietor?
I am the mushroom. I am not the proprietor. My name is Gil.
Pleasure to meet you, Gil. I'm Alexi.
Nice to meet you. Are you looking to buy some potions?
In fact, we may be. What do you have for sale?
Well, we have potions that will restore your vitality. We also have my master's specialty, animist elixirs.
I'm very intrigued by two things that you said there. First, animist elixirs. Do tell me more.
So, they come in a wide variety, which will allow you to augment your personal characteristics, such as making you quicker, or smarter, or stronger, or tougher, depending on the concoction.
I see. Sounds very useful. And the second inquiry, your master, who is this?
Oh, that is Elodie Greenheart.
I see. Are they here?
Yes, she is always here.
Ah, excellent. Excellent.
Further line of inquiry, I would like to meet her.
Oh, certainly. At which point the mushroom goes very still, and a figure emerges from the tree in the center of the chamber. She has...
Like just melds out of the tree, or the tree
Yeah.
is a door?
She just kind of exits the tree. No door,
And does
just exits.
but is Gil still visibly alive, or has he just become a mushroom?
Well, I mean, he was always visibly a mushroom. He's just not moving right now.
Okay, yeah, but you said he was still. But has he like ceased to be anything special, or is he just like just a mushroom?
He still looks exactly the same. He's just not moving.
Just not animate. Okay, cool.
She has long green hair, very sharp features. Her clothes seem to be made out of what would appear to be like leaves and grass, and are very not modest. Yes,
Upon seeing this,
you wish to speak with me.
You hear a mid-level spoken word of sorceress threat level extreme.
Really extreme?
Sorceresses are incredibly powerful. I have a sample size of 1.
I think you need a larger
Coeli is
sample size
wounded.
there, friend.
She was very powerful. This leads me to assess that all of them must be.
I was gonna say, it's like, you didn't classify me as extreme.
Classification pending. Have you met my friend Forthoff? You traitorous fucking dog. What?
But, Yes, I believe Prima requested it, but since you are here, those sound like very potent potions that Gil was speaking with us about. You're the one who makes them?
Yes, I provide potions for those in need.
I see. Um, my guess would be that we could use at least one on our way, seeing as we are headed past the lake. Any reaction when I mentioned the lake?
No reaction whatsoever.
Do we know the wizard's name?
No,
You do
we
not.
do not.
Was that in or out of character?
That was out of character. Sorry, I'll have to make that more clear. Sadly, I don't have a voice for my warforged because I can't talk, in binary screeching. So it's a little hard.
Well, get on that.
I'm
Where's your
telling you, man, we
commitment
gotta
to the
get you a fan.
character?
Yeah. Mistress Greenheart. This unit has a question.
Yes.
There is a malfunctioning wizard at the lake. What's wrong with him?
Oh, I don't know that there's anything wrong with him, but I do know that he has apparently become quite hostile in the last 5 or so years. I do not know the nature of why. He was a very kind, if not eccentric, man before.
So you knew him?
Yes, I have had the pleasure of his acquaintance.
What's his name?
It is Lord Peregrine Coralon.
What was that last part? Cora what?
Coralon.
Lorethian?
No. It is not a god in disguise.
Yeah.
Okay, so we have a name.
And do you know why he be scaring people away from the lake?
I do not. I can only assume that he is wanting to covetously guard something that he has learned or found. I've seen many humans behave in such a way where they believe that only they are entitled to something and eschew all social norms in protection of it.
Yes.
I shoot Coeli and Alexia a very telling look upon hearing this.
What was that, Coeli?
How long has he lived at the lake?
He's been there, I would say, some 40 years at least.
And you've known him this whole time?
I have encountered his path during those times. He used to come and speak with me on occasion.
How old is the sorceress?
Are you asking her
Yes,
how old
I'm
she is?
asking Elodie how old she is, yes. I will point at her if she doesn't answer, because if she's not, she's probably not a sorceress. I've decided she is. I will refer to her as her function. She will not answer. I will then wait an uncomfortably long period of time, and then just point at her.
She says, "What?"
I whisper, "Don't you know it's rude to ask a woman her age?"
She says, "What is time?"
Impossibly ancient, threat level rising.
I would like to ask her what she and Peregrine talked about.
He took great interest in matters of herbalism and agricultural investment. He has been very focused on wanting to know how to help plants grow and tend to them.
I figured it out, guys. I know why he's attacking people. He's got a fat weed farm down there, and he does not want to get busted. It's literally it. Stay away from my grow, guys. You're gonna get the feds in. Go away.
How long is how long have they been logging here?
Oh, the loggers have been here for, I would say, a good 50 years at least. It is their primary export.
And the logging was not provocation for the wizard's malfunction.
I guess not. As I said, he did not become protective until the last 5 or so years.
5 years. Logged. I actually need to log that though. My memory is like freaking sieve.
Let's see. Before we take up any more of Lady Elodie's time, do we want to purchase a potion or two?
I don't think that would be unwise.
Animus to potions.
Personally, I'm more concerned with vitality, given that none of us are particularly hearty.
That's actually a good suggestion.
All right.
Pie?
What'd you say?
I was gonna say, is that a pie? Something looks like a pie.
I think that's exactly what it is. Cookies.
No, mince pies.
Oh.
So she says,
They were
well,
cheap, and I was hungry.
well,
There, I was just...
a potion will run you 50 gold.
Okay. I'd like to get.
Bundle deals?
Is that worth it? I've only stolen potions before. Plundered
It's
potions.
Generally a standard price. Ballpark this, yes.
We should deploy one of the organics in the party skilled at haggling and or negotiation to adjust the price. I hear it's what mortals do in these situations. I say that really loudly, too, so
I
that
figured.
you can obviously hear it.
I figured.
Shockmaw gives Unit 32 kind of a sideways glance. It doesn't work as well if you announce it out like that.
I once heard a soldier say honesty was the best policy. I was simply seeking the most efficient route to a hearty discount.
You're really quiet. What did you say?
Yes, you're not picking up well.
So that's something soldiers say so they don't feel like thieves.
Yeah, that's much better.
Soldiers don't look like thieves.
Soldiers just be professional pirates.
Okay, so 1 or 2. 1 or. Один, два. Один, два.
How about 2 for 75? And we spread word of your shop far and wide.
Make a
After all, I am the great first mate, Shockmaw the Dreadful. Surely you've heard of me.
Make a persuasion
Consumer is
check.
very good at advertising.
Make a what check?
Persuasion.
Get that advantage?
I think that's counteracted by the haggle for cheapness.
Yeah.
All right.
You're welcome, guys.
Persuasion. I wish I hadn't taken my proficiency out of it. That's a 10 total.
10. Okay.
Yeah.
She says, how about 2 for 90?
loudly say, "See, it's working."
That would be lovely.
It's
Thank you.
working. We'll take it.
Okay. You gain 2 potions of healing and mark off 90 gold.
Mathematically, that was satisfactory.
37, not 307, Tyler. Get it right.
That would be very impressive if you spent money and ended up with more.
Yeah.
Tell Mulaney.
I have definitely done that, but I've corrected it every time. When we first started, I was just pushing the green one for like okay, and then I realised I was just adding like considerable sums of money to my thing. I was like, I've got 3,000 gold. Why? Like,
I'm keeping our group gold on the note sheet.
yeah,
That's coming out of our group gold. None of us can actually afford 90 gold worth of potions by ourselves.
No, not a chance. But as far as holding on to the potions, I think Coeli should have at least one, given she's the most mobile of us.
Okay.
As for the other, I'm flexible. And not really. I am.
I was going to say, structurally, you are not very flexible.
No.
As a dwarf.
Well, with that, what kind of armor are you wearing, Tim?
Chainmail.
Chainmail. Okay. Well, with that metal armor, you can shrug off hits like nobody's business. These leathers, once they bite through, they bite through.
I take it then that you would like to hold on to the other.
Aye.
That is fine with him.
Do we have?
I'm trying to RP it. Come on, man. So don't give me that. Don't give me that attitude.
Lady Elodie, thank you very much for the information and for the potions. If we come back through, we will be sure to stop by.
My pleasure. Be safe.
Always.
Goodbye, mushroom.
Gil says, goodbye.
Have a lovely day, Gil.
Goodbye. Thank you for coming.
I like the mushroom.
Okay, so now past the lake?
Yes, we definitely should go to the lake. Although, should we, as a note, is it prudent that our party not go too close to the lake? Or are we attempting to bait the malfunctioning wizard? His core could be unstable. We should be careful.
I am not in favor of baiting any wizards. But we will, of course, defend ourselves if necessary.
We
So,
should be careful.
Maybe we should try talking to him first. As much as I like a good throwdown, you're
This unit thinks the drunken one is correct.
I'm not drunk yet. I've only had one ale.
The use of the word,
That's what that word is.
the interjection of the word "yet" into a sentence only strengthens my logic.
All right. So you are headed north through the forest, or are you going more northwest to try and go around?
I would head northwest and go around. I don't think it's an amazing idea to given that everyone was going, oh yeah, when you go near the lake, he fucks you up. Probably the best thing to do is not immediately charge dick first into the lake. You know
yeah,
what I mean?
I'm thinking a more northwesterly course, not going out of our way to avoid the lake.
So how much of a berth are you intending to give it?
I think
Real quick,
it would.
for my notes, what level of potion of healing are these?
Healing, the lowest.
Basic.
Okay.
I would suggest that we, and again, people can overrule me. That's fine. Like tactically, like we head towards it because we want to try and get information, and/or if he appears, we can talk to him. But we don't want to be like appearing like on a bearing that is like aggressive. You get what I mean? It's like kind of like trying to scout it out while still making ground.
So, like-
he's gonna do something. Yeah. So like, if I'm looking at the map, let me try and explain this. Here's where you see the guy that actually failed his geography exams try and do geography.
Would you like me to try and summarize and see if you agree with that? Because
You see the top tree of Telos, you know, the forest, the top left hand tree, the top, northwestern tree, that one. I would head towards that as like our end point, and then like see what happens here, heading towards Sandolvar.
So you want to
So,
hit the edge of the forest?
Yeah, and then like go out towards the road and like skirt around the thing. And if he doesn't attack us, then we're okay.
So again, like
Yeah,
how much distance are you intending to try and keep between you and the lake? Are you intending to still go
about
pretty close, or
my thought is to keep the lake about 100 feet to our right, so it's an approximately still decent visible distance,
Yeah.
but not right there.
That sounds sensible to me.
okay?
Also,
So
Coeli should probably fly so that we can get
Right.
vantage on it. Yeah.
so you're gonna start heading directly towards, get your distance, and then skirt. Is your plan?
Yes.
Okay. Okay. So you depart into the woods, leaving the town behind you. Come on, Sirenscape. There we go. Slowly, the sounds of the town disappear behind you as you venture farther and farther in the woods. As you head north, you then notice this line of stakes that seem to have been set like every 20 or so feet. Some of them have signs that say danger. You can tell that the shoreline is probably still another good, probably like 100 yards off.
Okay. Well, if that's the clearly marked danger line, I'm not inclined to go too much past it.
Exactly.
It's fair.
Okay. So you're now just going to start skirting, following the posts.
Yep.
Yeah.
I think that's
Probably a sensible idea.
Okay. The posts continue for a while. Probably about a good half mile of these steadily marked posts, and then they just end. You're still making your way kind of west.
Yeah, keeping about that
northwest.
distance.
Okay. Make a. Well, are you leading?
I think Coeli is flying up at least, as she can, because we're probably. Are we still in forest?
You are still in the forest.
Okay, so that will hinder things. But yes, I imagine I am. Actually, probably not. It's probably Prima.
You definitely don't want me making what this wrong. I'm happy to be out front. It is me, isn't it? Because I'm the one that no one's told me to change my job, so I'm leading.
So you are leading.
I'm doing it.
Yeah.
All
I'm
right.
doing it with a -1. Let's go.
Please give me a survival check.
Ooh.
Oh, well, so I desperately hope you all don't need me to win this. It's a 1. Let's go. Ready? I'm not telling you what the dice roll is, but the result was a... Wait. No, that's a plus. It's a 19.
Let's
Nice.
go.
Let's
Okay.
go. Because I'm proficient in that. So I get a +1, but I've got a +2 proficiency. Let's do it.
So, the dice roll was a 17?
with that excitement, I was expecting the nat 20.
I was expecting that as well.
Anything higher than 3 right now for these rolls is exciting, honestly.
Okay. You are able to maintain what you believe to be the same distance as you continue your trek along. Uh, you can hear the sounds of the forest and sounds coming from the lake. It is incredibly soothing and uh, very peaceful, beautiful birds chirping. Even the sounds of insects that happen seem to like accentuate the environment rather than take away from it. Uh, the leaves are all a vibrant green. Uh, the grass is soft and lush, and none of it is dying as you continue along your journey.
My favorite kind of grass. Alive.
After several hours, who's got the highest perceptions of you? I know it's not
Passive is
Unit
13.
32.
I think it
Oh,
might be.
no, definitely not me. My perception is terrible.
So we have a 13, we have a 14 on
My
Shakma,
passive perception is 14.
and Coeli is a... which is a 12.
Well,
Okay.
for passive.
So, Shakma, you're the first one who notices that you can hear singing.
Do I notice a direction?
It's coming from the lake.
I whip out my spyglass glass and try and see if I can see it.
Okay, so you're make a perception check for me.
And as I do that, I'm gonna say, "Do any of ye hear singing?" You said a perception check.
Yes.
D20s hate me. That's an 11.
Okay. You are able to make out that there's some movement way off by where the lake is, but you can't quite make out what it is.
Do I get advantage for using a spyglass or no?
Sure, I'll give you advantage for the spyglass.
And while he's rolling that,
That's
have
a
we
12.
have we also heard the singing by now?
Now that he's drawing your attention to it,
Yeah.
you can pay attention. You can hear that there is singing.
Okay.
Can I see anything from the air?
Make a perception check as well.
I see something moving, but I can't tell what it is.
Well, from your vantage point, you get a better view. So you can see two figures kind of above the water moving around, but you can't quite make out what they are.
They're not moving towards us or anything, right?
Nope, they seem to be kind of like moving in circles and figure eights in one particular spot.
Okay. I'm going to let my party know that they're there, but suggest that we just kind of keep going. And I'll fly above and keep an eye for if they start heading towards the shore, towards us.
Okay.
Works
Um,
for me.
When she points them out to me, am I able to see what they are through my glass or no?
Make another perception check with advantage, since you now have new direction and you're trying to zero in on exactly what it is. We'll see if you get a better look.
That is much better luck actually. 18.
Okay. It appears to be. They look to you like tiny little dragons.
Oh, look at the cute baby dragons. They just playing with each other.
Did he say dragons?
Hey,
Indeed.
dragons.
It does seem like the best course of action might be to avoid these for now.
I agree. Even the baby ones have a bite to them.
All right, so you're just going to continue
So
on.
this explains what
What
he's
color are the baby
yawning.
dragons?
They appear to be kind of a brownish color.
Andrew, lore question for this world. Do dragons tend to form like cults around them in this, or are they more like European dragons that are not like intelligent and speaking?
Real dragons are very rare.
Okay. But if we've got baby dragons around and the wizard that is attacking people, is it possible that he's found a dragon egg or something?
You don't know.
Okay.
You say they're
But like,
brown? Are they bed shaped as well?
They are not bed shaped. But for reference of size, they're about the size of Abby's cat. That is how
so
small they
absolutely
are.
massive. We've seen that thing up on the camera. Like, it covers up the camera.
She's a little chunky.
This could explain what the wizard is trying to fend, what Lord Peregrine is trying to fend off for, if he has found dragons.
indeed, also very dangerous.
Oh,
If you
chat
found
is
an
asking
older dragon.
Chat is asking if the singing is good.
I mean, it's very beautiful singing.
So if the singing is good,
They
I
also
wanna-
want us to fight them, and I kind of disagree with Chad on this point.
I want to investigate the singing, but Sam knows that the singing is bad. Like the singing is where you don't go, but I want to do it anyway because intentional feeding is my favorite hobby.
So Sam knows. Here's the question: does Unit 32 know? Does
So
Patty know?
fun fact, my wisdom is 8.
Oh God!
So
Yes,
I think investigating that's a great idea because more dangerously, my wisdom is 8 and my intelligence is 17. So I'm probably super curious.
And you are the one leading the horses.
This unit has a request.
Yes.
Go ahead.
The party should investigate the noises reported.
Why?
Better get
We have
no.
we have baby dragons and a malfunctioning wizard and singing voices. Answers to questions need to be procured.
And what questions be these?
In order of importance listed, A. Dragons, question mark. B. Singing, question mark. And 3. My logic engine exploded. A, B, and 3. Let's go. Which I'm now going to list every list like this, by the way, for the record. I'm not playing a young robot. I'm playing a broken one. I'm pretty certain. Like, the third question is, why is the wizard malfunctioning, and does his core need maintenance?
Yes, they are excellent questions, Prima. For someone else to find the answers.
Very good.
I actually agree with Prima. They might know what's driving the wizard crazy.
No one actually says that the wizard is crazy.
So, Andrew,
They
what
just
I
say
am
that
gonna
he's
do
defensive.
Is what I am going to do here is I took a new spell because you said I could get rid of True Strike.
Yep.
And I took Minor Illusion.
Okay.
I would like to cast I stand still and just let the cart, I bring the cart to a still for a second and project as convincing as I can an image of one of the woodcutters in the danger zone, stood there with his axe.
This is an excellent plan. I am behind this plan. I enjoy any plan that involves illusions.
If anyone wonders what that happens to look like, I stand very still, and where my shoulder blades would be, they flip up into like plates, and then you just hear humming, and then an image forms, like in the distance.
Okay. I need to check something now.
Yeah. Which boss reaction did I trigger?
I think he's checking to see if it does trigger.
I imagine Mr. Wizardman's having to make a check to see if he's full or not. Roll really low, because that would be amazing.
I do say I really like the birds right now. They're making me super chillax right now.
What about the singing?
I don't actually hear any singing.
Oh, it's there. It's just really subtle. Okay. You send the illusion of the villager forward, and it advances unimpeded.
Where be these fire bars that they've been talking about?
This unit registers suspicion. I can leave it there, can't I? Can I move it again while I move, or do I have to concentrate on that?
Moving doesn't stop your concentration, I believe.
Yeah, you can move freely without concentration,
So
but
the
it's also
illusion is going to maintain.
It's not a concentration spell. It just lasts for a minute.
Alright, okay.
Oh wow!
But it's also a cantrip, so
Yeah.
I can just keep casting it. Okay, so every now and again, I'm gonna continue to move the cart, and then I'm gonna project that same image, like at a really annoying, aggressive distance to see if he ever attacks it, and if he doesn't, then we might be going on a holiday, boys.
Okay. So you continue forward your journey with periodically casting illusion of a villager. Each time you cast it, there does not appear to be any kind of reaction. As you cast it a second, third, fourth time.
Okay, I'm going to stop the cart again.
Okay.
This unit has a suggestion.
Yes.
Not willing to place any of your lives in danger for the sake of raw data. I will walk into the danger zone and see what happens.
I disagree with that.
I feel like
We
that
be
might
part of
not-
the crew.
Yes, but my theory is that nothing will, or he will appear and we can negotiate with him. And I am an expert negotiator. I watched one once.
I do not think this is a great idea.
That's actually, this unit needs to admit that is a lie. The only negotiations I saw were done at sword point.
Coco's gonna fly in front of Prima and just like spread her wings out, like, nope.
There's a lot of wings on me today. Going to start learning that. I need some.
So we're at this point we're at the edge of the forest, right?
Yeah, well, you would have continued on. The forest would now be behind you at this point. You are in the kind of like open plains.
Do the dragons pay us any heed
Nope,
when we break the plane of trees?
they're now probably a good. Let's see, you're uh, about 100 yards from the shoreline. So with how much you advance, they're probably a good like 150 yards off from you now, and they don't seem to have moved at all.
Are they in front of us or behind us?
They would now be behind you.
Okay, so they don't care about us at all.
That it seems like they either haven't noticed us or don't care about us.
Yeah. Maybe it's the sing. I want to know what the singing is now. Sam does.
Is the singing coming from that direction of the dragons?
That's a good question.
What would that be? I guess make a perception check. I guess this would unfortunately still be perception to detect noise direction.
14.
14.
Yeah.
It seems to be vaguely coming from that direction. It's hard to tell with like the open air and the water, but you'd surmise that it might be coming from that same general area.
And now that we're more in the open, do we see anything like where the wizard might be living?
Like say a big ass wizard tower.
Well, you're still a good distance away, so you can't really see anything yet. Because last I checked, I don't think people have the ability to see 30 miles away.
Not that I recall.
All right.
I mean, it is 30 miles over a flat lake.
Yeah, it's still 30
Probably
miles.
Probably not. Unless it's a really big ass wizard tower.
Yeah.
Really might from the air, but she's on the ground right now, so.
Okay.
Blo-
in which
blocking
case,
our-
I'll just keep them. I'll acquiesce to the group's command. It's what I'm programmed to do, and keep moving the trolley. It's not a trolley, that's what I call it though.
I kind of put a hand on your shoulder. If it makes you feel any better, I was with you on that one.
There is no hard feelings. I exist to take orders and carry them out.
Okay.
Seems like a sad existence to me.
I do not understand the line of reasoning.
So you continue on your way?
Yes.
Okay.
But is flying again.
All right. Are you going to try and make a pace that should get you where you intend before nightfall, or are you going to continue at a steady pace, in which case you will probably have to camp for the night before you get
I
there?
am going to pick the pace up because I do not need to rest. So let's go.
Okay. Make a animal handling check for me to make sure that you don't break the animals in this effort.
So can I assist in
I
that?
have
Because
bad
I would be
news.
paying attention to this. I'm up in the front of the cart.
You can assist, so make it with advantage. You get
It's still
32.
going to be absolutely dreadful. Let's go.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's still wisdom based, and I don't think he's got proficiency on this one. Uh-oh.
So both of them were 17, so that's a 16.
Okay. You are able to avoid stressing the animals too much as you push them.
This donkey appears to be broken.
I'm gonna keep an eye out behind us, just to make sure, like, no dragons or other, like, bandits were following us or anything like that.
Okay. As the day presses on and the sun begins to get low in the sky, you see your view of the horizon begin to change as you follow around. Slowly looming up before you, you see a pretty sizable structure. At first glance, it appears that it's would be made out of a mixture of crystal and emerald. It seems to be kind of shimmery and almost see-through in its design. It has very unnatural shapes to it. The walls follow kind of like a swooping motion that goes around it, leading all the way into the water, where it seems to finish its circle actually in the lake itself. Inside of it is another structure that appears to be made of round towers and keeps, all kind of organically attached to each other. It doesn't appear that any of this could have been made by hand.
So he built it by magic.
I think we may have found our wizard.
Yeah.
I've never seen a wizard's tower, but I imagine this is what it looks like.
Now we need to find a wizard and question him.
Are there
Or
any
provide
clear
him
entrances?
I was gonna say, are there doors?
As you get closer, you see that amongst the what you presume to be the front of this kind of swooping wall, there is one large entryway that appears to be made out of stained glass with arcane runes around it.
And it's really just the tower here.
Yep,
There is no like
it is
town
just-
of Sandolvar.
There is no town. There is just a wall and a building.
Can I study the runes and see if I understand what any of them mean?
So you're gonna go step up to go look at the runes?
Of course.
Okay. Can I get everyone to roll initiative, please?
Fantastic.
Absolutely.
Let's go, boys and girls. D20s hate me.
13.
17.
9.
11. I rolled a 6 on the die. D20s hate me. We need to break that curse. but that die is long gone by now.
Yes, there are no purification rituals that you can do for that. It is somewhere, probably back in the depths of hell.
I
That's where
believe
demons go when they die.
only blood sacrifice to the Chaos Gods can get you good dice rolls, and that's heresy.
Tim, I'm gonna earn you a blood type point.
All right. So we have Unit 32 walking towards the gate. The three of you in the back.
Oh, I should probably join the game, eh? That would be good.
That might help a little bit.
All right. So, Unit 32, what is your initiative?
13.
All right. Alexi?
9.
Shakma?
Good.
11.
Oh, wow.
Coeli?
17.
I've got a hell of an initiative modifier.
I don't.
Okay. First up is going to be Coeli.
What have we in front of us?
Yeah, so what do I see?
Now,
You
what is that?
You actually don't see anything right now.
From the air?
Even from the air.
All right, then, let me see what I have at my disposal. I'm going to prepare an action then.
Okay.
So as soon as something comes out towards one of my party members, I'm going to cast Gust.
Okay.
Push them away from them.
Alrighty. And is that it?
Yeah, that'll be my pret. So
Okay. So, you then all watch as, for the briefest moment, you see what looks like movement amongst the stained glass door, and then literally a figure made of stained glass begins to walk out of the door towards you.
Life form unknown, threat level unknown.
So it starts to move towards Unit 32, but that would trigger Coeli's gust.
Gusto?
All right. So, what are we doing for gust?
so is this a medium or small creature?
It is medium.
Okay, so then they have to make a strength saving throw of 13 or be pushed back 5 feet.
Okay. You watch as the air hits it, and it just continues to move forward.
Shoot.
Shit.
So it's then going to attack Unit 32.
Nice. I better not get one shot.
Hey, you should be fine. So that is a 13 and a 14.
But both of those hit.
Oh, I stand corrected.
Oof.
I have AC 13 until I cast Mage Armor, which I didn't do earlier.
So you will take a total of 10 slashing damage.
That's not too bad. Okay.
That's not too bad. Isn't that like half your hit pool?
I got 16 left.
Oh, never mind. You had some.
Stacked con.
I guess you had some.
Yeah.
That will now make it
I got.
your turn, Prima.
Well, this kind of blows cock because what I want to do is disengage, but I won't be doing that. What's it made of?
It appears to be made of stained glass.
Okay, it has no metal on it, is what I'm asking.
It appears to be entirely made of stained glass.
Okay, that's balls.
Were you thinking heat metal?
Yes, I was thinking heat metal.
Glass windows do have like ironwork on them. So
Also, you can melt glass.
But it's not
Yeah.
called
Okay.
heat glass.
But it's not heat glass, it's heat metal.
Alright,
Yeah,
so first
well.
thing, this is risky, but we're gonna do it, and if I ain't, then just raise me, someone. First thing I'm doing is someone's just gonna have to someone's gonna put a potion in my mouth and get me back up. So I cast Mage Armor,
Okay.
which takes my AC to 15.
See, those would have missed.
Yep. And yeah, they both would have missed, exactly. That's what I'm relying on, because then I'm going to disengage and move over like here,
Okay.
which means he's going to attack me. But
Yeah, so you're not actually disengaging, you're just walking away.
no, I'm
Yeah.
moving away. Yeah,
Alright, it
there is.
will take an attack of opportunity.
that's fine.
I thought you don't get them with the disengage.
He can't
No,
disengage.
I'm not disengaging.
'Cause
I can't disengage. I'm
he
not
can't-
fancy like that.
Yeah, he can't disengage as a bonus action, and he used his action to cast Mage Armor.
Oh yeah, you're a
Oh,
caster.
wait. Can I use an action to disengage? Is that
Yes.
something everyone
Yeah.
can do?
Yes.
So if,
Oh,
so if you
well,
don't
I'll
want to cast
do that
Mage Armor,
then.
okay.
That's yeah.
Alright,
Okay.
yeah, then you don't have
Sorry,
Mage
I thought
Armor,
that was
but
a
you
rogue,
don't.
I thought that was a rogue thing. Okay, yeah.
No, it's just a rogue
away
thing
with
to
it,
do
yeah.
it for free, basically.
Yeah, it's
Okay.
against your action though, so you can't cast mage armor.
Yeah, but so
Yeah,
you
fair.
can
Unless you
totally
make it
That's
also.
fine. I don't mind
fair.
about that. Get over here. Move me here. Over near them,
You-
and you will hear in Dwarvish as.
You can control
I
your
run.
you can control your person.
All right. Okay. and you will hear as I get to here. You will hear in Dwarvish. I'll just say, unknown life form, threat extreme.
Hold on. If you're doing it in Dorvish, you got to do the Dorvish accent.
I do not speak Russian, so the end of that one.
So that brings us to Shockmaw.
Yep.
What you got, Shockmaw?
Buckle them swashes, boy.
Fuck it. I'm gonna go buckle swashes. Or swashes buck, one of the two. Alright, let's see if we can't get a little bit of damage in real quick. I'm gonna scimitar him. Hopefully.
Okay.
We'll see. The dice have not been liking me today. I probably do. It's a 17 on the dice, plus I think a 7.
That will hit.
Let me confirm that.
With a 17 on the dice, I already know you hit. So.
Okay. And due to buckling swashes, sneak attack.
Okay.
7, 10, 14 damage.
Okay.
Slashing, if it matters.
Okie dokie. You kind of.
And is there anything nearby for me to hide behind?
There is not.
Oh, right. Then I will disengage with my
Okay.
last 5 feet of move speed.
Okay. You do watch as you strike that your blow does somewhat kind of reflect off of the body, not quite getting the purchase you hoped it would.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, out of character, I imagine bashing is the way to go here, since glass. But
Next up is Alexi.
The guy who does bashing damage. I will approach and swing with them all.
All right.
17 on the die, so we're good.
That hits. What's all the
For
17s
11.
today? That is so many 17s today.
It
Yeah,
has been.
I got 2 in one go. I'm 17 it up.
hey, well, I think the total of the rest of my dice I've rolled so far has been 17, so
Okay,
yes.
you slam
Well.
them all into
11.
it.
Nice overhand swing with the maul.
Anything else?
No, I think that'll be it for now.
Okay, that'll bring us back around to Coeli.
Magic missile, baby.
Okay.
magic missile.
Magic missile.
Magic
Yeah.
missile.
11
Watches the
damage.
energy bolts go poof, 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 rocketing into its body. It seems perturbed.
It seems perturbed.
I don't know if that's an endorsement of we get a good thing or if we just injured.
Anything else?
Well, I mean, this thing didn't try and talk to us. It just ran out and beat the shit out of our C-3PO stand-in.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
So, like, I'd be down to talking to it if it, tried. But it was the aggressor, damn it.
Anything else, Coeli?
Not at the minute.
Okay. Which brings it back to its turn.
Please let me know if there's advantage on any of these rolls, by the way, Andrew.
It's just gonna turn and attack Alexi.
That.
Gets a 16 and a 19.
Those 16 is the number. So,
Oh no, Tim.
That will be 9 damage as its hands slash out into you. But that's all it's got. So, Unit 32.
Alright. So, raising my left hand, you see the fingers retract into the hand, so there's now just like circular, like barrels in the hand. Then the left arm freezes over, and a beam shoots out, which is frostbite. He needs to pass a con 13 save.
You're Samus with the ice beam. Let's go.
Yeah.
Okay. You watch.
And if he doesn't, go on. If he doesn't, then he takes 1d6 damage, and his next attack roll, his next weapon attack roll, is disadvantage.
You watch as the ice hits him and just immediately dissipates.
That's unfortunate.
Oh, so it's not half. It's not half damage. It's just all or
it's a
nothing.
cantrip.
Oh, it's a cantrip. Okay.
Yeah, it's a cantrip. Yeah.
Anything else you'd like to do?
Yeah. Okay. This guy is proving to be a pain in my ass. So we will burn 2 meta magic points, and we will rapid spell with Witch Bolt,
Okay.
which is a 23 to hit. So that hits
It hits.
for 13 damage.
You watch as the lightning strikes it, crackles over the body with no effect.
Elemental resistance detected. Annoyance level engaged.
Annoyance level engaged.
Yes.
Does that complete your turn?
Yeah, I don't think I can do anything else except cry.
Okay. Shockmaw, you're up.
All right. We're gonna go here.
Okay.
And attempt an attack with advantage.
Okie dokie.
That's another 17 on the die.
Definitely hits. What is with the 17s? Any other numbers?
That is tonight's lucky number, viewers. If you text 17
To 17, 17, 17.
you'll get some random number and maybe charged. I don't know if that's one of those numbers. So please don't do that unless you're willing to accept that consequence.
Tim, why you gotta do the legalese, man? Come on, let's have some fun.
It's been a long week. I'm running on autopilot with the legalese.
That's fair. That's a 19 slashing damage.
Okay.
Just wondering, is it like starting to crack or anything? Is it looking worse for the wear?
It is now starting to look a bit worse for wear.
All right. I'm going to disengage. Actually, do you want advantage, Tim, or are you good?
I mean,
I don't want this thing turning on me right now.
if you want to leave it to me, leave it to me.
All right.
Are you bouncing or are you staying put?
Sorry, my map is fucking up. It keeps. Fucking damn it! Why are you doing this, map?
It's not just Sam. There's another reason the stream is adults only now.
Anytime I mouse over the map, it's flicking down to the bottom for me. Let me hold on.
I'm just sitting here eating mince pies. I don't know what's that all about. That apart from the fact it's Christmas, it's not even Christmas, and I'm eating Christmas food, which is basically heresy.
It's been a hard year for everybody.
Okay, fix it.
In America,
Alright,
the moment
so-
Halloween's over, it's Christmas.
I
so.
guess I didn't fix it.
Yeah, we do that here, and it annoys me. But also, technically, we're ahead of you guys in
So
time. So.
now you're measuring stuff. So
Yeah, I had to move 10 to get there, so.
there we go.
Alright,
Okay.
And that's my turn.
All right, that brings us to Alexi.
All right,
Swing away with no advantage.
the bear's hammer once more. Probably not, considering that is a 10 total.
That will not hit.
All right, wasted that max damage. Don't mind me.
If only you had advantage.
Yep. Let's just run a little.
Thought experiment.
Yeah, well, thought experiment. It would have been an 18. Would have been good. I blame you.
Listen, I asked you if you wanted me to stay, and you defaulted to me, and I'm saving my ass. I'm gonna be completely honest.
Anything else you'd
but
like
I am
to
going
do?
to cast Shield of Faith on myself as a bonus action.
Okay. So that's what, a +2 to your armor
Plus
class?
2, so
Okay.
18. It is concentration, so
We've got one. We've got one entrant into the 17-17-17 competition.
So we got
Let's go.
Coeli.
How shattered is this glass boy looking?
He's starting to look like there's some cracks. It's not like falling apart, but it's definitely beginning to show some like structural weaknesses.
Hey, I'm gonna go a little big. I'm gonna fly
Not with a lightning
over.
spell, I hope.
About there. And cast Thunder Wave at 2nd level, which is a 15-foot cube, and I don't want to catch Alexi in it.
Okay.
See, good thing I moved.
So are you? I guess you're still up in the air.
Yeah, but I'm low enough. I'm gonna actually probably be there because I'm not sure if the cube is around me or out from me. I'm assuming it's around me.
it's usually. Actually, I don't know about Thunderwave.
I think it is. Well, the reason I was asking is because where you were originally, both it and Shockmaw were equidistant from you. So if you could hit it, you could hit Shockmaw where you were before.
I'll be here.
Okay.
And I'm assuming it's around. So.
Okay. And so you're just high enough so that that is the edge of the range.
Yeah, pretty much.
Okay.
And that is a Constitution saving throw.
Okay. Let me just check something.
Imagine having level 2 spells that are actually useful against this thing. I can't.
Okay. So you cast out your Thunder Wave. There's the Wave of Force, and it seems wholly unaffected. As the wave hits it, it does not even move as the dust settles around it.
It might just be immune to magic.
Yeah, I know because I think it takes damage from force magic because the magic missiles hit it and it hurts it. But I think any of the elements we're using are not going to work because I literally blew like an entire load all over it and it was just like, yeah, lol, which was
How do I
amazing.
get rid of this cube that I've drawn?
Just a note on cubes. You select
It's
a
gone.
cube's point of origin, which lies anywhere on a face of the cubic effect. So you could be effectively a corner of the cube.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
Just for a going forward. But
He doesn't take any damage at all.
Correct.
Not even the half damage.
Correct.
Alright, then I'm gonna quicken spell to cast Magic Missile as a bonus because I don't like doing nothing.
Okay.
Me neither, but when I quicken spell to do stuff, I shot lightning and burned a really good spell slot and then had sadness in my eyes.
13.
13 damage. Okay. Slams into it. It reacts. It kind of rockets back a bit from the force of the blows. You can see the glass is starting to look a bit battered and cracked now. Looking a bit more rough for wear. But it is now its turn. So Coelli's still up in the air, so it can't smack her. So we're gonna keep laying into Alexi.
All right.
With 2 14s.
Nope.
But I'm not there. Those would have hit me.
So that brings us to Unit 32.
Alright, seeing that the other sorceress has had success with the magic missile and being nothing if not an adaptable learning machine, I cast magic missile,
Okay.
and that's 3, isn't it? So that's 3, so we're at 6. That is maths. 8.
Okay. Magic missile's slamming into some more, and it's looking very haggard now.
If only I hadn't blown a fat witch bolt.
Shock
Technically,
mob.
it's still going if you want to concentrate on it.
Oh yeah, hold on. Yeah, no, just for fun, I'm gonna pull the lightning yank for. Here we go. Ready? How much damage this would have done?
Or you have to use your action
Yeah.
to
Let's not
do
talk
the
about
damage
it. No, it
again.
was only 3. Don't worry about it. It's fine. Don't worry about it. Just not mention it. It never happened.
So
I didn't say it.
Shockmaw, you're up.
All right. Corellia is still in the air, correct?
She is. So you can freely move under her.
All right. We're going to continue this song and dance. Speaking of songs, do we still hear the song?
No.
All right. That advantage did nothing for me because both of them were 8s for a 14.
14 will not hit.
All right. Then we're gonna continue with this. We're just gonna keep bouncing.
Okay. Alexi.
Once more with the maul. Nope.
What did you get?
I rolled a 3 for a total of 8.
Okay.
So I'll pick that die up later.
Do you want me to start sticking around for the advantage, Tim? I feel like you want the.
I mean, if you want this thing to die, it might be useful, but
Anything else you'd like to do with your turn?
I'm just maintaining my concentration on Shield of Faith.
Okay. We are back to Coeli.
Listen, I'm eating. Okay. Math is hard. 9.
9. How do you want to do this?
Let's go.
In this very cool, like the energy barrage in Dragon Age Inquisition, just like.
So, energy balls go.
I want it to go into I want it to go into a pink piece of glass and shatter that out in slow motion, then a green piece of glass and shatter that out in slow motion, and then the blue one and just poof.
Shock mall proof.
Multicolored dust. Bitch.
So,
Very
there's
vibrant, yes.
the periodic explosions of colors leading to one final blast, scattering tiny bits of colored glass like confetti everywhere around all of you. As that happens,
Is there any shards been left on the floor, or is it just all dissipated like magic?
there's bits of stained glass all over the place. If you
Can
want.
I pick one up and keep it?
All right. As you move to go pick them up, there's a sudden kind of rush of air as a figure materializes between you and the door. He appears to be human. He has short brown hair. He is wearing robes of blue and green that seem to be sewn to look kind of like waves going across them. And he goes, "What are you doing? What have you done? Who are you?"
I be First Mate Shakma the Dreadful. Perhaps you've heard of me.
I have not.
Ye are quite far way away from the sea. I'll forgive it.
Quelly's gonna kind of drift down and be like, "We tried to knock, but
This thing attacked us.
He goes, "This thing. Ah." Kind of looks a bit upset at what has become of the golem. As that took so much work. So, what do you want? Why have you come here? I'm very busy.
Are ye
Lord
Peregrine?
I am the same, and you are?
I
You are
told you.
malfunctioning. Report for repairs.
I told ye I am First Mate Shakma the Dreadful. Now ye have heard of me.
Hey, my name is Alexei Dmitrievich Medvedev. But mostly we are here seeking knowledge about relics that may have been unearthed. And it seemed as though you, being the most notable mage in the area, would be the person to speak to about that.
Relics, I care not for your relics. I have much more important things to do.
You see,
What malfunctioning?
with your plants,
glass doorman."
What do you know of the plants?
very little aside from the fact that that is what where your focus is. We spoke with Elodie Greenheart back in Telos.
What else did she
had
tell you?
fond remembrance of you.
Just what else did she tell you?
Not much. Mostly that you are interested.
You've been
Interesting.
malfunctioning for 5 years, attacking other humans. Your core is damaged.
Because I have attacked no one.
What was that?
What was that? You kind of
The
broke up.
beginning dropped.
Oh, he says, I have attacked no one.
Then someone has been attacking locals with magical abilities. You are a wizard. The profile fits.
No one has been attacked. No one has been attacked.
Finish the sentence before you cut it off. You were about to say it's, and this unit would like to hear what that line is. This unit will also not drop that line of inquiry. You cannot deceive this unit.
He kind of looks around and goes, whatever, come in. The doors...
It's most gracious.
The doors open slowly, where you're able to walk in. You see the space between the walls and the main building is a beautiful garden, immaculately taken care of. As you enter in, you can see that it's all manner of flowers. That same sort of aromatic scent as when you went into Elodie's. The Emporio Verdantis kind of meets you, that very sweet smell on the wind. As you enter, the doors close behind you. You see there's these very carefully laid paths that lead from the door to the main structure. This is also built out of that same sort of emerald-esque crystalline material. as he continues to usher you along, walking towards the main building. You see no door on the main structure, and as he gets close, it just kind of opens like water, revealing a doorway as he walks inside.
Yes, this is
So, you know when we get
lovely
the
home you
same
have here.
smell,
Mm-hmm.
you know, we get the same smell as the Emporio. Am I able to, like, make an Arcana check or something to see if it's, like, the same school of magic that he's doing is in there, or would I not know?
I mean, you can make an Arcana check.
I will
Okay.
do so. Oh my god,
I
that's a
think it might just be
25.
because growing the same plants.
That's
Is
a
it
crit.
25?
Yeah, it's 25. My bonus is 5. That was my crit for the day, boys.
Then you're about to be
I still have not rolled a 20.
you're about to be very
All the
disappointed with that crit.
I know, yeah, it's literally just it's the same plants, isn't it?
Based on your arcane knowledge, you do not believe that there is a spell functioning to cause that effect. But
He's just a good gardener.
you do believe that the nature of the plant life does seem extraordinary.
Okay, so he's growing, like, very interesting plants.
So I assume you follow him in?
Yes.
Okay. You follow him in. Inside, the foyer is amazingly sparse. It is very clear that the amount of care he's taken in the grounds is not the same for interior decoration. You find yourself in just kind of a large, mostly empty room with a single table in it and some chairs. He says, come, sit. I can never know who might be watching.
Of course, discretion is an understandable choice, but please, what is going on here?
Says, I would prefer not to say, but you were seeking information, yes?
Yes.
What information were you seeking?
Well, there is a rumor that there's information regarding an ancient relic that can be found either here. It may well be the information that is found here and not the relic itself. But it was, I believe, the Swords of Light and Shadow. Correct me if I'm wrong, friends.
The Swords of Light and Shadow.
He seems a bit surprised at that and goes, I have heard of such things, but I thought they were considered long since lost. You believed
Yes,
I would have
We've
information on
been
this.
charged with finding them.
Can I ask who sent you?
I don't have the name written down.
If no one answers, I just say, Nistra Vess, human potential sorceress.
I was going to answer, but okay.
Yeah.
Is that what you were going to answer?
No.
Okay. So he did specify if no one answered, so go ahead and do your answer.
Okay, but if you answer and you lie, I'll correct you because I'm helping. Sorry, go on. Go for it.
As you may understand, in the matters of such potential import, given the nature of the relics, discretion is something that is prized among relic hunters. Yeah, you may or may not know this, so I'm afraid we cannot tell you specifically who employed us, only that it is someone with very deep pockets.
In the interests of discretion, Nistra Vess is the one
I'm
who
attempting to
employed
put
us.
my hand over Unit 32's mouth.
Corelli is doing the same thing.
Primo, we must have a
continue to say-
discussion sometime about what discretion means.
Says that name means
I
nothing to
understand
me.
the definition of discretion, but we are attempting to gain.
You
I'm
have
saying
your
all of
mouth
this
covered.
really. I'm saying all of this really loudly. I understand the I understand the definition of discretion. However, we're attempting to gain the Mage's trust, and therefore deceiving him overtly is probably not the way to do it. In fact, you may have dented his trust
Overtly?
by my exposing of your lie.
We
That
were
was in no way a
trying
lie.
to deceive him covertly. That's the whole point of deception.
I would
Didn't
also
even
like to.
lie.
He says, I
It
am
was a
not
lie of omission.
I am not familiar with a Nistraves, so I do not know who this is that sends you to my doorstep. I can only suspect that their motives are other than you believe them to be. But if it will see you gone from my doorstep, I can see what I might be able to assist you in finding this information. Where else were you to investigate, if I may
Pull
so
out the map.
inquire?
We have a treasure map. Very proud of this.
He says, I see. And he looks at the map briefly and says, may I take this for a moment?
But you gotta give it back. What is a pirate treasure map?
I promise I have no use for this map.
Alright. I'll let you have it for now.
So, he departs the room. With him gone, you're able to notice that with the long chamber, the far end of the chamber is actually completely open, like glass. It is just one giant glass wall, which looks out onto the lake. You can see where the walls continue. They kind of make a big an enclosure like a bay, where there's a single gap, and through the gap in the wall, you can see that there's a small island a bit of the ways past it.
And that's what he's protecting.
Where did he go? You said he went away. Where did he go?
Yeah, so there are two doors that leave the room. He went through one of them.
I'm gonna go take a look through the other one.
Okay.
Or is that the one that we came through?
No, the one you came through is gone.
Okay.
What are the rest of you doing while Shakma is exploring?
Standing still.
Are there any shiny baubles?
There are not. It is the most...
You are inside a shiny bauble.
That's true. The walls are a
Then
shiny
I'm going
bubble.
to actually go with Shockmaw to see what's through the door.
Alexi?
I'm gonna go check out that giant glass wall.
Okay.
I just wander off. Prima, stay here for when he comes back. Okay?
Yep. I actually turn my eyes off as well. I just stand really still. Deactivate.
Okay. We'll start with you, Alexi. As you get to the glass wall, you're able to look down. There's basically a small landing where there's a single boat. It looks well carved, kind of a kind of like a mixture between like a canoe and a Viking longship type style that is just pulled up on the shore. That's all that appears to be down there. The water is sparklingly blue and seems to just very gently lap up at the beach shore. As you get to the glass, you can also hear that singing again.
Okay.
Uh,
Get another directional, perhaps?
no, with the glass, it's really hard to pinpoint. It just seems to be coming from the lake.
Maybe. Gotcha.
Coeli and Shakma, you guys open the door and find yourselves in a massive library. There are shelves upon shelves of books going way up into the sky and around a large room. You're not really sure from where you're standing if there is actually a roof or a far wall based on your perspective.
Coelho's gonna fly up and see how far up it goes.
Okay. Shakma?
Is it just shelves on shelves on shelves, or is there
It's
like
just shelves on shelves and
tables here?
shelves.
Um, Shakma's gonna look for like an index or something. Try and
Gotta find that card catalog.
Yeah.
Looking for the wizard Dewey Decimal. Gotcha.
yeah, the witty decimal.
Gotcha. All right, so you begin your search. Coeli, you're flying upwards and upwards and upwards. Make a perception check for me.
14.
Okay. After flying up for what feels like a good amount of time, you notice that you feel like you've seen some of the shelves already.
If that's the case, I'm gonna start like kind of skimming titles and generally flying back down.
Okay. Is there anything you're looking for in particular, or just seeing what he's got?
Spell books, history books, otherwise just seeing what he has.
Okay. Shockmaw, make an investigation check for me for attempting to find a Dewey Decimal System.
It landed halfway between things. It landed up against a wall. Landed between a 5 and a 15. You want me to roll it?
Sure.
All right.
All cocked.
Said investigation. That's a 9.
9. You can't make heads or tails of it. In fact, as you're searching, you find that you went farther in, took a turn, saw the door you came in, took a different turn, and then also saw the door you came in.
Oh, we got ourselves an infinite library. All right, Shocksmall is just going to start randomly picking books, looking for anything on pirates, treasure, or legendary artifacts.
Okay. So, self-interest, greed. Got it.
Hey, no, party interest. Thank you. We're looking for legendary artifacts. It might also be greed.
While you are...
Shockmaw says, it's not all about me.
While you are making this search, Unit 32, you see the other door open, and the figure of Lord Peregrine returns, holding...
Okay. I visibly reactivate then, because I was deactivated.
He comes in, holding the scroll in hand, and goes, "So I," immediately stops and goes, "Where are your companions?"
I actually don't know because I wasn't paying attention, so I'm going to go. This unit is unaware. They left me here.
Assuming I heard this down the corridor, I will start
You would've.
making my way back.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Hey,
Do we hear from inside our library?
You do not.
Okay. I didn't figure, but it was worth asking.
Alright, well, at least I'm looking for stuff.
I was looking at your lord at the view of the lake that you have here. It is very lovely.
I will say that during the search, Coeli and Shockmon, give me investigation checks for your stack perusal.
That's a dirty 20.
Okay.
Jealous. That's that's a 9.
Okay. Coeli, you don't find anything that particularly jumps out at you. They all seem to have some really dry, long-winded titles, like a detailed analysis of thaumaturgical magic and its effect on the nature of reality. Stuff like that. Shakma, you don't find anything on pirates, or treasure per se. The closest thing you find to something about artifacts is you do see a thing that says a brief study of objects from the void and their catastrophic effects on reality.
Hold on. Brief. From the void, and then what?
And their effects on reality.
Really? None of y'all are hearing the singing in the back?
I'm gonna turn it off.
Cause son of a bitch, it keeps
yeah.
coming.
Yeah, no,
It comes back up every so often, and I'm like,
it's in the loop, but you've got to like, have it at max volume.
Yeah,
Just yeah.
I mean, I've got mine at max volume. I just think like I've got you guys at a louder volume than I've got that. and y'all
It's
don't know
also
what's singing.
really
If I
subtle.
can Starnscape at max volume, those birds are obnoxious.
yeah.
Yeah, the birds are going ham.
Just every time it floats through, I'm like, am I hallucinating? Is it actually there?
It might actually be time to tie you to the mast.
Well, I'm not going to say you're not hallucinating, but I am going to say it is actually there.
So the wizard again says, "Where are your companions?" And he looks visibly agitated at this point.
At this point, I think I'm going to walk out with the book.
Okay.
Hey, look what I found! Oh, you're back.
So, Coeli, are you still in the stacks, or are you gonna follow Shockmaw?
If I don't find anything interesting, then I'll probably come back out with Shockmaw.
Okay.
Maybe I'll come out like a little bit later.
Okay. Seeing Shockmaw enter, he goes, "Where were you? What were you doing in there?" And
I was looking for books. It's a library, right?
It is my library.
Oh.
He looks visibly agitated.
I look down at the book, continue reading.
Shokma. I'm specifically not using your title here because you're not worthy of it right now. It seems as though perhaps you should put the book back, precisely where you found it, retrieve Coeli, and return to us.
I guess I can do that. Walk in. When I get out of sight of the door, I'm going to slide it into my pack. Coeli! He's back.
Make a sleight of hand check to see how well you stuff this thing.
Alright. That is a 17.
Okay, you feel pretty slick.
Of course. Shockmaw always feels slick.
Coeli comes back down, goes out the door with him.
All right, he says he looks very nervous. He's kind of got like a twitchy eye watching all of you at this moment. You can see his hands have kind of a shudder to them.
Are you alright? You seem a little, twitchy.
He kind of glowers. He drops your map on the table and says, "So, I will tell you what I can, but then you are going to leave. And
Basically.
we're going to take a break."
Okay.
So, we're going to... minutes.
Alright.
Alright, see y'all in a minute. Or, sorry, 15 minutes.
Yeah.
Cameras up or what?
Oh,
No one can see them, so you can leave them up.
He's got a screen
yeah,
up. He's got a screen and a timer.
yeah. We
He's
have
a
an
fancy boy.
screen now.
Yeah.
Andrew's all pro and stuff. Check Telegram digs. I don't know if I want to telegramming me digs. That's a lie. We all know I do. Oh, sick. That's cool.
Right. Second half sustenance. Go.
Might make this shorter in the future.
That's good for me. I've got tea boiling, so.
Okay. This track brought to you by Unit 32.
Oh, is this mine? Nice.
Yeah.
Which one is it? I'll have to turn my stream on.
I mean, you should be able to hear it through Sirenscape.
Yes. Oh yeah. Something wicked. Cool song.
Permits are playing Sentinels. I was really tempted to join them.
Just gonna walk off on us.
Nah, man, I wouldn't do that to you guys.
Get us into fucking trouble. Stealing a goddamn book, and then,
Listen, we're only in trouble if we get caught.
He seems to not have noticed, so unless he pulls that thing where he goes, "You're all getting out," then he snaps his fingers and goes, "You give me that book back."
Just wondering, like on my quick read through, did I get anything beneficial out of it?
I will tell you when we get back.
That's fair.
The audience needs to know, Tyler.
That's fair. That is fair. Can they hear us right now or not?
Unfortunately, I think they can, yes.
huh, okay.
I'm not positive, but I think
Friend?
yes.
Hi,
That's good
friend.
enough. Confirmed. Confirmed. I just turned up the audio on my stream, and
Can in fact hear us?
can in fact hear us.
Whoopsie daisies.
Damn, that means Coeli knows that we were talking shit about her.
Good thing I was only verbally naked and not visually naked.
Tim, the stream is marked adults only. I mean, you can.
I think it's
I don't
probably
know
still
if
against
that's
Twitch
what- I was
terms.
gonna say, I don't know if that's what adults only means on Twitch.
So, men can be shirtless, women cannot.
I wasn't talking
Yeah.
about
That's
sure.
free the
But
nipple.
I'd say pants. Everyone's got to wear pants.
Hashtag free the
I mean,
nipple.
if it's like, chest up, do we?
Yeah.
I mean, as you know, as long as you don't show it on stream, you're good. So I mean,
Exactly.
I guess you don't have to wear pants, but
It's gonna be difficult for me getting out of my chair.
It would be.
And it would be even more difficult for me, considering you can see me all the way to the door.
But even that, you could like.
Does Alexi have the booty? He do!
But
Well, I mean, we do that.
you could like strategically place your chair though. Abby's exit from her chair is very gymnastic and would be very hard to hide anything.
Like, it is a barrel. Like,
Yeah. I feel like we would definitely learn that Alexi is a dwarf with conviction in his actions, a large hammer, and an ass that won't quit.
And all that's below the waist.
Yeah. Oh yeah, here we go. We've got the Japanese gacha tune, so let's go.
I'm not nearly drunk enough to actually dance.
Well, it's just for us right now, so,
I'm not nearly drunk enough to actually dance. To get me to dance, you need the hard liquor. Unless you want something super silly. In which case...
you can dance, says Tequila.
What was that beer where their whole commercial was making white people dance? It's like Red Ribbon or something like that. No, it was like Red Ribbon or something like that.
I've
But
never
like
had
it
a
was,
White
it,
Claw.
it was like a Jamaican guy, and like the slogan was helping our white brother to dance since whenever they were established.
What the hell?
Yeah.
I've never had a White Claw, nor am I really sure what one is, but I hear it a lot.
I've never had one
I've
either.
never
It's
had one.
alcoholic seltzer.
Oh, right, okay, just like Hooch or whatever.
Yeah.
I've
It
never
is
had one, but I
fun.
have been at the bar when they rolled in their, inventory of White Claws.
Yeah. I bet they're really nice, and I'll try one just for the memes and end up becoming one of those guys everyone mocks me ending up one of the cool guys.
I'm trying to remember if the one that I had was an actual like brand White Claw or just the alcoholic seltzer thing. But we were
I've had alcoholic seltzers. I just haven't had a White Claw.
yeah.
Had several Trulies. Trulies are great.
I think it was Truly's. We were visiting one of Laura's friends, and that was the extent of the alcohol she had in the house. So it's like, all right, sure.
Mom bought the tropical box for I think her birthday at the lake. I mean, she didn't buy it for her birthday, but we had it for her birthday at the lake. Lovely.
Oh, this is a different thing than what I thought it was. Okay, I'm now reading what they are. Yeah, no, you
Alright, we're live in 90 seconds, boys and girls.
We're live in less than 90 seconds. We're live in a minute
Oh, yeah,
14.
fair. I forgot we have, well, when I started saying it, yeah, it was 30 seconds.
I mean, no one really knows the timer is me because
Given
I'm
there's lag,
seeing it
so-
live.
Yeah.
Oh, and I was so close
Is
to having
there
perfect
anyone still
timing.
in chat right now? Can we get some chat hype?
I was so close to perfect timing with the song ending right as the timer ran out, but instead we got this starting for 30 seconds. So
Ugh,
close.
brutal.
I mean, to be fair though, it does kind of invoke an air of mystery. Like, what's gonna happen next while we're in the Mage's Tower and I'm secreting a book?
None of us.
Yeah,
And I
and
don't
also-
know that. I don't
Nope.
know that.
No, you do not. You think I put it back.
And also, when you went, where are all your friends? I was like, I don't know. Because I actually don't know. So that's good.
imagine Coeli would have noticed.
Yeah.
You might have.
And
Depends
we're
on how
back.
far away you were, because I put it away before I
mean,
called
she
you
was
in.
coming back down, so she
She
probably
was coming
saw
back
you,
down
like,
anyway.
put it
Okay.
in your jacket and was like,
Yeah, it's in my bag. It's not in my jacket. But yeah.
jacket bag, what? A
It's
pocket.
much harder to hide a tome like this. Sorry, like this.
Maybe you have pockets in your jacket, like that guy with the sundials and Hercules.
Yeah, except I'm not wearing a duster. I'm wearing armor.
The guy
Duster
with
too.
the sundials.
No one said you have to not be in style.
I feel like a duster would be a bad idea on a pirate ship.
But you're not on a pirate ship. Haven't been for a while.
Then you get those really good, like, black sail shots of the coat just going whoosh.
You know what? In the next town, I'm gonna try and find a duster. You talked me into it.
But for now,
But for now,
we are back. And the Sirenscape decided to quit on me because I told it to stop the music, and it is
Rip.
very upset.
Still working for me. I've got birds
Really?
popping off
Yep.
in my ears.
Wow.
Yeah.
Mine is not doing
They are
that.
going for it.
Yeah, I've still got birds.
yeah, I still got birds too.
I would just
In
like to
fact-
point out that when we came back, we went from 8 viewers to 7, so I would just like to thank whoever left for not liking our faces.
Also, now that we've
mean-
got the birds up, if you turn it up nice and loud, we can actually recreate the.
Well, I can't hear Sirenscape, but I guess you all can. So, awesome. Okay. So, the wizard has returned your map to you and says, I have looked into the other locations to see what could be the reasoning behind these missions that you are sent on, or what your benefactor, Nistra Vess, could hope to be achieving.
Did you say other sorcerers?
Other sources.
Sources. Okay, I was about to
Sources.
have a hitsy fit. But
And
So, recent events that may have occurred that could be leading one to believe that these are areas of interest are the Glacial Isle has seemingly been having dramatic temperature swings beyond what is expected. People have reported that the water around it has actually begun to freeze, which has been leading some to believe that there might be some dark magics at work.
darn global warming.
Up to the north, there was apparently some tumultuous geological event on the island of Diamonds that led to explosions that could be seen from the shores of Haven.
been writing literally none of this down.
You said it was a geologic event?
Yes. Where explosions could be seen as far away as Haven.
Wow. So everyone died then. Something that big pops up.
And
Just for my personal reference, where is Haven?
that should be. Yeah, so if you're looking at the map,
Haven is to the east of Iron Crown.
yeah,
Ah, there we go. Thank you.
so long way away. Long way away. And this one in the mountains, I'm actually not certain what could be the interest there. There are apparently rumors that some miners have gone missing, but I don't know why that would lead to any kind of suspicion.
OR or ER? miners with an E or miners with an O?
Miners with an E.
Okay, because I actually did think it was an O.
Yeah, I originally thought it was an O too.
No, it is the geologic kind, not the underage kind.
Hi ho, hi ho.
But as for where I am, I can tell you that I have nothing to do with these artifacts. I have no interest in these artifacts. And now that I have provided you some assistance, I would like you to leave.
Can I ask you a question?
What is it?
It's just a general interest question. Why do they call it the Isle of Time?
I believe it has to do with the crystalline structures that were known to form along its shoreline. I'm told that there were great crystal spires that appeared to be diamonds. I know at one point people ventured to go retrieve them, and that apparently proved rather dangerous, and much of that was abandoned.
This unit has a line of inquiry.
Yes?
On the river, there could be heard singing. What's causing that?
He seems to pause a very brief moment and then goes, I don't know what you're talking about. I know of no singing.
I'm going to attempt to sense that motive.
I would love an insight check on that as well, if possible, or an advantage or something.
Insight away.
No, I don't get it. I believe whatever the fuck this is. I don't. That's a 2.
That would be a natural 20 with a +3 modifier on insight.
Yeah, that was a 4 on Coeli. She's being a bird brain, so that dice is also fired.
You and I are still trying to hide that we took the book.
We're a little busy, yeah.
Yeah, we're kind of like edging our way out a little bit.
Alexi, you are pretty sure he is full of shit.
Considering I can hear it now, I find that to be very surprising.
I think you are mistaken. I know that the grand magical places can have effects on the more simple-minded. Perhaps the sheer awe of the environment has left you confused and uncertain. I would ask you to please now take your leave.
No,
Now listen here, I may be a bird brain, but I know that Alexi here is quite intelligent.
Just wondering, what is Alexi's intelligence?
11. Slightly above average.
Also, I just quickly rolled insight to see what it was, just for a laugh. I literally got 3. I have no idea what's going on at all. I'm just stood really quietly, looking. If anything, I've like turned my eyes off and I'm just whirring.
So what is your response to him insinuating you're of lesser mind?
And Coeli's defense, because that was in character.
Oh, all the way. I am 100% behind that one.
Well, I do appreciate that I may not always be the sharpest tool in the shed. I did not get to participate in the family business, could never get the forging down. It was very unfortunate. But in this case, it is very clear that there is something singing around this lake. And given that you immediately dismissed it, having lived here for 40-ish years, it seems that that singing would have something to do with you.
He says, his tone shifts from nervous to much more cold and level, and he says, I think you are mistaken, and it is time for you to leave.
I have no need to get into an argument with the mage.
Shockmaw's hands go to his blades. He doesn't draw them, but he definitely senses the atmosphere. And he is 100% ready to back you up, Alexi. You're part of the crew.
Y'all aren't sure if the electricity in the air is this tension or Coeli.
So what you're saying is that we should leave. Unfortunately, knowing my friends here, it is very likely that they will go blindly investigate whatever it is that is making this singing noise. So it is very simple. If you fulfill the line of inquiry that Prima here has requested, there is a much better chance that whatever you are trying to avoid us finding will be found. Simply we will know, and we will leave it be.
What he said.
Make a
Like
persuasion
he's the
check.
smart one.
Persuasion.
There were dragons over there, right? Is that what he be hiding?
I
He be
rolled a
hiding
19
dragons?
for a total of 21.
Okay. He maintains the cold look for a moment and then goes, very well, there is singing. There are entities that live within the lake that are prone to sing. Does that satisfy your curiosity?
This unit would have the names of the life form.
Coeli's like, are they mermaids? Do tell. Are they mermaids?
There are
I think they might be sirens.
There are no mermaids in the lake. There are, he pauses for a moment and says, naiads.
Do I know what a naiad is?
Make an arcana check.
Hey,
So I know what a naiad is.
Make an arcana check.
I have a 17.
Okay, I'll wait to see what
I
Shop
have
has.
hold on. I believe it's a dirty 20. Let me make sure. Yes, dirty 20.
Okay, then you are both surprisingly familiar with what a naiad is. They are creatures of... They are essentially dryads of water. They are fey creatures that are one with water. They tend to stay near beautiful places.
Okay, so... what's his name? Hold on. So, Lord
Peregrine.
Carolan, Wizard of the Lake, potentially malfunctioning, high threat level. Why lie about the naiads to begin with?
No reason?
Protecting them.
There is no reason for anyone to be concerned about the lake.
Well, you know, naiads are traditionally rather beautiful creatures. Perhaps he's been, going upriver, if you catch my drift.
Like my version better. Are you protecting them?
I wish to protect the lake, yes.
And what is it about the lake that is so precious?
There are beautiful things in the world, and they should not be taken away.
I see, like your plants.
I maintain my plants to maintain the beauty of the lake.
I see.
And yet you keep them behind a wall.
It is the only way to keep them safe.
But no one can see them if they're behind the wall.
I can see them.
Sorry, what was that?
I can see them.
So you wish to hoard the beauty? Fine with me.
Yes, Coeli?
Well, he's gonna take her, like, the tips of her wings and just, like, pat his cheeks, be like, you're such a softie!
He kind of takes a step back away from your wing pat. So, if I have satisfied your line of inquiry, please go.
And
Shockmaw was already on his way to the door.
Okay. We won't tell anyone your big stuff secret.
no, yes, thank you very much for the information. And just out of curiosity, is there anything we should know about that island that is out back?
I don't see why it should be of any concern to you. It is but an island.
I mean, it is pretty much the only thing around here, and seeing as the other three were geological events, and the other option is going in the lake, the island seems like the best place to follow up on if any of these rumors are true.
I will not permit you to go to the island.
Why, if it just be an island, can we not go to the island? Shockmaw has stopped dead at the door and like snapped back around.
We get to go to an island?
He pauses a
Someone's
moment.
not giving me permission?
Yeah.
He pauses a moment and goes, "'Cause it be my island."
And one of the relics is on the island. Is that correct or no? It's just an island there that we're interested in. Sorry, I'm trying to follow the.
Just confirming,
Entire line.
is that in character or out of character?
That was out of character.
Okay.
Is one of the relics on the island?
Out of character,
We
we
know
do
that.
not know, but given
Okay.
that is the primary landmass around here, it seems, and he's clearly hiding something.
Oh, okay. In character, then sensing that there's something going on, all I do is say to him, I will leave for now, but we will investigate that island at some point, where I expect there will be armed conflict. Apologies in advance.
I love how straightforward this character is.
I was literally built for war. Killing is the only home I've ever had. I will happily tell him that we're going to fight at some point.
Killing is your business.
I'm not gonna lie, I might steal this character idea somewhere down the road. Maybe not necessarily as a sorcerer, but like I might steal like the way this character acts somewhere down the road.
He says,
Maybe
"I would advise against that course of action."
I'm sorry.
Didn't hear that.
Your
In.
Didn't hear that. You
He-
definitely flickered.
He says, "I would advise against that course of action."
Your advice has been logged.
At which point he waves his hand, the door at the far end ripples and opens, showing you the exit.
Why don't you want us on the island? Just give us one good reason. Other than it be your island. I have a feeling I'm about to attempt to make a save.
Cat was wanting to fight, right?
Chat was wanting blood for the blood gods.
There's only one blood god.
Okay, blood for the blood god.
Okay,
Yeah.
can I get everyone to make a strength saving throw?
Oh no!
Let's go!
That's a solid 13.
Strength roll coming in hot.
Oh, okay.
Nat 20 or a 24. Let's fucking go.
Nice.
16.
I did less well. I got a 10, so see ya.
Okay,
Sounds
everyone,
like a gut.
everyone except for Shockmaw is thrown 15 feet backwards towards the door by a massive gust of wind that continues. There's basically now this gale force wind hailing from him as he holds his hands up, pushing you towards the door.
Yes.
Lily is absolutely doing like backflips in the air, trying to stay above this wind.
How I see how this has gone for me is that I just remain still. It hits me and just pushes me back. And I don't even fight it. Just very still.
So you hear.
Yeah, I just stand next
And
to him.
you
Just
were
like, okay,
dipping the
fine.
strength rogue.
Yeah.
Next course of action, or are we moving to initiative?
I will kind of shadow the wind. Thank you for your time. It was a pleasure.
I think part of this depends on Shockma.
I'm out the door, so Shockma is welcome to do what he wants there, but
What you said, do what he wants. What I heard, get himself killed.
Yeah. So,
I mean somebody other than you has to kill one of the party members, so
so in character, Shockmaw would not back down from this, but as a player, I know it's the smart thing to do.
Yeah. Also, we're kind of beat up, and I'm out of spell slots that are decent, and he's quite powerful.
Alright.
Like, I'm thinking the island for now. We don't poke that bear, and we come back later. As I said, like when he's like, "Oh, I wouldn't do that," I'm like, "Yeah, bitch, I'm not gonna do it now. I'm coming back when I've got fucking power word kill you."
I feel like what I know of Shockma is he would do a very like comical double take to see his party members 15 feet behind him and be like, "Nice."
Ah, that's a cute breeze you got going there, right? What? And then he billows his leathers to catch it and just fly out.
Okay. As soon as you are all into the garden area, the door to the main entryway ripples closed. The stained glass door opens before you.
I'm not gonna lie, I was really tempted to try and hook him with some rope and take him with me. Good luck keeping concentration on a spell when you're being dragged by your foot.
I'd be impressed how you throw a rope into a 50-mile-per-hour
Into
wind.
the wind.
yeah,
That's
what
pretty
the metal
sick.
kitten is for.
That's the real strength rogue right
Yeah.
there. Firing rope into the wind. Firing rope through the floor. That guy's so strong he can play pool with rope.
It could have gone better, but could have gone worse.
Chat was cheering me on. Chat wanted me to go for it.
I saw that.
Of course they did.
The mage is a decent man. It will be a shame when we kill him.
Is this in character? Please tell me this is in character.
Yes. Oh, that's in character.
That was totally in character. I could tell.
Okay.
You have to deal with the fact that, again, I have no problem with killing people. It's what I was born to do.
Oh no, Shockmaw.
Yeah.
I was making sure so I can respond properly if it was.
Yeah.
So,
As much as someone who can conjure the winds would be a good addition to the crew, I think it will eventually come his time to go. Meet Davy Jones.
He will stand in our way. He will be destroyed.
so
Something we can agree on.
while you
Alright, so-
are...
Attempts to high five you.
So,
I don't know what that is, so you just slap me in the face and I just look at you weirdly.
So
I grab your
finding
arm
yourself
and-
outside, you have your book still.
Yeah, I'm not going to
let's
take it out in view of the
Okay.
damn tower.
let's
Come now.
continue to move out of this stained glass here. Not
I want to pick up a shard of stained glass as well and keep it on me.
Okay.
Is it what, evening now?
Yes, it is. It is well dark at this point.
It
I
might
think,
be time to set camp.
yeah, I
feel
think
like
both of us spellcasting sorceresses need a good long nap.
Are you guys just gonna pitch tent right outside Sandolvar? Just.
I mean, yeah, he said leave the tower. He didn't say.
I mean, we even left the wall too.
Yeah.
So
Did we actually leave the wall?
Yes.
Okay. Because that would have been hilarious if we just pitched camp just in his garden.
Like in his front yard.
let's move a little bit further out. He seems pissy.
Okay. Are you moving more inland, upshore, or downshore?
I want to keep sight of the entrance in case he sends something after us.
Yeah, I'd go like back down shore, towards where we came.
Okay.
Oh, so towards the songs.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay. You make your way south a little bit, and you set up camp.
I will do sentry again because I always do because I do not sleep.
After we set up the camp, I'm going to go have a chat with Alexi.
All right.
Remind me again, do you have any kind of insignias on your armor at all?
The Hand of Torm.
Okay. Alexi, what be that symbol on your... I'm assuming it's on your chest plate?
That.
Yeah. What be that
this-
symbol on your chest plate?
It's the Hand of Torm, the Watcher.
The Watcher?
Yes, the Watcher. As a vigilant god, keeps watch over the world for incursions of evil.
Hmm.
Well,
Has he seen any yet?
I mean, there was a war fought over this, if you have learned your history.
I be a pirate. Do I look like I know history?
I mean, it is not unheard of for people to know the history of the world, especially traveled people, which pirates tend to be.
Alright, well, you're not wrong. Our ship's mage was very learned. But he never shut up. About
Exactly.
anything. Talk.
No, so,
You kind of learned to drown it out. The waves help.
I can understand this, yes, but no, he is the god of my order.
Hmm. Do you think he can help us find these artifacts? If he's a watcher, maybe he saw where they went.
Potentially, unfortunately, as with most of the gods, he has taken a step back from this world. And it's one of those things you would know if you had history to study.
2 burns.
No, if he had it to study, not if he had studied it. Subtle difference. I'm assuming he did not have the opportunity, rather than did not take the opportunity.
Literally raised on a pirate ship.
Exactly.
Yeah. Maybe. But there ain't nothing like the roll of the ocean, the spray of the salt, to teach you what life.
I think the heat of the forge and austerity of the temple might do something like that for you.
I guess we'll have to see. Would you like to join me, crew, once I get a ship? I'm
Was that-
looking.
Was that until I get a ship?
When I
Or
get a ship.
when?
When?
Yeah, you are looking for.
I'm looking for a. You. What do you fight with? You fight with a mace or a hammer?
Maul.
A maul. I'm looking for a good shipwright. You any good with that hammer?
Not a. For the building? No. For the breaking, yes.
Boarding party then.
No, carpentry, stone. I would not be good at boarding.
No.
It's Much too big.
You board the other ships, and you break the boards on the other ships, and the people on the other ships, and everything on the other ships.
This does unfortunately seem like it would conflict with my Torn-given mission. As things stand, I unfortunately must decline, but it is a pleasure to travel with you in the meantime.
What be the mission?
Unfortunately, that is between me and a select few others, of whom you are not one.
Well, perhaps we can pass that bridge sooner rather than later. Maybe I can find a spot that won't, how did you put it, go against your mission.
Perhaps, but it has less to do with your offer than with my mission, so...
Well, we'll see. Have a good night. Sleep well.
You too, Shock.
Don't let the bed bugs.
I never
Seriously, they do a lot of damage.
So, the three...
You see this bite? That's from a bed bug.
So the three of you go to sleep?
Yep.
Yes.
Yep.
Okay.
Pull the book out and look at it.
You what?
Do we pull the book out and look at it?
We're still within view of the tower. I'm not gonna.
What if we have like a tent? We could be like, kids under the cover with the flashlight.
Coeli really wants to read the book.
I literally told him I'm going to kill him at some point. Probably best not to piss him off.
So I presume with the three of you sleeping that Unit 32 is the one on watch?
Yes, always.
After I get a bit of a nap, I can go and join on the watch as well.
So Unit 32, can I get a perception check?
You can, and it's a baller roll, and we all know it. It's a 15.
Plus or minus?
That's just a 15. Like,
Okay.
that's with everything. The numbers I shout will always be what it is. So it's a 15
Gotcha.
total.
So, about 2 hours or so into the beginning of your watch, as darkness is fully settled in and you're in rest mode, you see about 60 yards off, there is suddenly this giant wall of fire, followed by an explosion of fire, a lightning bolt, a crack, and amongst all the flames, you can just barely make out a figure that resembles Lord Peregrine going with arms up, shouting something, but you can't make out what at the distance. And against the wall of flame you can see looks to be a handful of silhouettes that you can make out against the flames.
Oh, is this our rival party?
Interesting. And they don't look like they're moving towards... Are they moving towards me, or are they just happening?
This all just happened. It is taking place in one spot.
And how far away is that spot from me?
I said about 60 yards.
Oh, right, okay. And it doesn't appear, like, it just happened and it's disappeared.
Nope, it's still going on. There's still a wall of flame there,
Okay, but it's
and
not
you
moving
still see the
towards
figure.
us or being overtly threatening.
Nope.
Does the sound wake us up?
Uh, 60 yards away? Probably not. It's not super loud.
Because there is a stroke of lightning, which the accompanying thunder might actually do that. But
True. Okay. Yeah, I could say there might be enough tumultuous sound to wake you up. Instead, it's not like a jolt
Well,
you
I'm
awake,
gonna do-
but you could all wake
I'm
up from the
going
sound.
to I'm going to reactivate for a moment because I'm actually not bothered by this currently. I wouldn't even have done anything. All I'm going to do is on the spot where the organics and where I would be stood over them are sleeping is I cast alarm, which will be triggered when anything larger than a critter enters in like a threatening manner,
Okay.
and it will just ring in my head.
Mm-hmm.
how big is a critter?
Like
As in,
a rabbit.
Basically, I don't need to be woken up the entire night by like rabbits and or foxes, but anything like big or like a person or something that shouldn't be there, it will ding in my head.
But the
Gotcha,
three of
'cause that was a
you,
very Florida unit of measurement.
the three of you will awake from this. So you also see the light show happening a little over half a football field away.
I take out my spyglass.
Well, they will fly up.
Okay. Looking through the spyglass, you can see a figure that looks like Lord Peregrine, arms up. Uh, there are 4 shadows you can make out standing in front of him. You notice. Actually, make a perception check for me. I guess, Coeli, if you're flying, are you flying closer to look as well?
I'm mostly just flying up, and seeing what I see.
Okay. You can both make a perception
I
check.
think if there's anything of interest, you might fly marginally closer, but not much.
Okay.
Advantage from the glass or no?
No, it's dark.
Okay. Perception.
Ellie rolled a 4. She don't see shit.
That's a 16.
Okay. Yeah, Coeli, it just seems like a bright light show going on over there. Shakma, you notice that the first thing that you notice is that Lord Peregrine seems to be making the same hand gestures over and over again. It's a whole lot of.
It's an
Um,
illusion.
The sorcerer's apprentice.
and you watch as one of the silhouettes literally walks into the wall of fire and then walks back out again.
So out of character, yes, these are illusions like I thought they were. Is that what I'm getting?
I don't know how familiar
Maybe
Shakma is
illusion
with
live.
magic, but it definitely seems
Oh,
really
fair,
weird.
Yeah.
Can I make, because I can see all this from where I was, and you said that, can I make an Arcana check to see if I can identify it for the illusion it
Well,
is?
you'd have to
'Cause I'm
make
already not scared of it.
you'd have to make a perception check to pick out those things that he saw. Because to you,
Oh, right,
it
you
was
told me
just
I
light
could
show.
see the silhouettes and stuff
Yeah.
in the flames.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So,
Can I-
so
because
you might have been able to see
my logic would be-
keeping your
my
same
logic
check.
would be,
You would have seen the silhouette go in.
yeah.
So sure, you can make an Arcana check.
But my
Did
logic
he
would have
just
been,
walk through that wall?
yeah, because my logic would have been anyway, and 32 is probably smarter than me anyway, because she's got like a 17 intelligence, which is like real smart, and she's super logic. That I would have been, okay, there is 4 silhouettes and a man doing a thing. I was like, that's an illusion. It's why I didn't even move. Like, when I was like, is it moving towards me? No, it's fine. This is illusions. So I would have already gone there. It's fine anyway. That Arcana check doesn't even need to happen. Don't worry about it.
Do I see
Didn't
what
even roll the dice.
direction the 4 silhouettes are moving in? Are they moving towards us, away from us?
Right now, the 4 silhouettes are still around the illusion. Like as I said, basically, like they clearly something happened. This all happened. There was a momentary like what the fuck, and then one of the figures basically walked into the fire and walked back out of the fire, And I'd say with your high perception check, you could even tell that they seem to be talking amongst themselves now, as the image of Lord Peregrine is still shouting and waving his arms.
I douse the fire, or what's left of the fire.
Your campfire?
Yeah.
Okay.
They don't appear to have noticed us, correct?
As far as you can tell.
Okay.
After about 3 minutes of this going on, the figure vanishes in a puff of smoke, and all the fire goes out.
I mean,
Can you believe those magics? Did Alexi wake up?
No.
So, in this case, the only person to talk to, because Coelli's, I'm assuming, still flying.
No, she's come back down.
Oh, she's come back down?
Yeah, she's come back down. She's ready to go back to sleep.
Can you believe those magics? And that one just walked through that wall of fire. Good thing I doused the fire so they can't see us. Those be some foes right there. Oh, our battle would be legendary.
I feel our battle wouldn't be as troublesome as they purport to be.
Why do you say that?
Because that was probably illusion magic by the looks of it. And though it was an impressive one, I want to know what they're doing.
Well, the illusions keep people away from the lake, right?
Agreed.
Did I see which direction the four went?
You did not, because they remained basically in that same area until it
Until the
disappeared,
illusions dropped?
and then it returned to darkness.
Gotcha.
This
Maybe
lake
they're visiting our wizard friends? So, like, what direction were they? Were they, like, in the direction
They
of...
were south of you. Or I guess like southeast around the coast. They were essentially coming the same direction you had originally come.
Gotcha.
It should be noted the malfunctioning wizard was about to mention what the fake attacks were before he cut himself off. It's not me, it's the then he stopped was my exact recollection of it. This is now it remains unknown if they are allied to him or an annoyance.
Wait, you don't think the wizard thought... You don't think the wizard thought that was us, did you?
No. This happens every night because the villagers report it every night for 5 years.
Well, you be better with the magics than I am.
This is correct. I was built to be such.
And I was built to cut throats. What is your point? Wait,
I was
no.
confirming your statement.
Yeah.
So,
well, I guess I'll take over the watch since I'm awake. Do your sleep cycle or what have you.
I mean, he was doing his sleep cycle. He gets to
I
stay on watch while sleeping.
I also didn't even I went, oh, that looks interesting. Let me just stop us getting anything stolen from. Alarm shut off again, and everything happened in front of me, and I was stood there motionless with black eyes.
But Shockmaw doesn't know that you set an alarm.
No, because
Also, Shockmaw is determined to treat you like a human, or a sentient being, a non-mechanical being.
All right.
it is appreciated. It just won't be mentioned.
So Coeli goes back to sleep.
Oh,
Okay.
So I would like to early to bed, early to rise it after I have rested sufficiently for a long rest.
Gotcha. Uh, as the night continues on a bit more, about another 20, 30 minutes later, there is the same display about 30 feet from where you are.
So significantly closer.
Yeah, like right next to camp. Wall of fire, explosions, appearance of
Same
Lord
four figures?
Peregrine going, "Go back! Death awaits you ahead!" You hear someone go, "Would you stop already?" And a voice just starts laughing and going, "But this is hilarious!"
Do I recognize either of the voices?
You do not recognize either voice.
Okay.
Well, I imagine I would wake up at this point.
I reactivate and my staff prepares out of my shoulder and I hold it and I assume a very warlike pose, but otherwise do not move.
Who has woken the bear?
When this happens, do I see any more details on the four figures?
So from your vantage point, you can only see the one figure who is right in front of the display, is the only one who you can clearly make out. Seems to be wearing a cloak, hood, kind of on the smaller side, not like tiny small, but probably about like 5'3", 5'2".
So short human, not dwarf kind of deal? Or
Yeah, short.
Okay.
Kind of somewhat illuminated. A bit farther back, you can see three other figures. It appears to be two male figures and one female.
Have they appeared to notice us at all?
They haven't yet. The male seems to be berating the one in the hood. The woman just kind of looks embarrassed, and the other male figure looks like he's having a grand old time. He's having
Can I see all of
a
this?
deep laughter. Yeah. These guys are like
Okay.
20, 30 feet away from you. They are
All right,
practically in your camp.
Once I hear that they're like, being like, as I would consider to be like jokers or whatever, I literally just walk up to them and demand out loud that they state their name and why they're approaching my camp.
Are we near the woods?
No.
Is there anything I can hide behind?
I mean, there's some rocks. There's kind of a ledge down to the lake if you want to go get closer to the lake.
I have a tent.
There is a tent.
Well, so
There's
my
also-
idea is
there's
to
al-
kind of
there's
like
also a
hide
cart.
and potentially flank, but so like a tent wouldn't help. But yeah, Sharkmo's going to attempt to hide
Okay.
as he sees Unit 32 walking up.
Make a stealth check.
15.
Okay. You feel like you're hidden pretty well. Unit 32, as soon as you walk up, you watch both the male figures immediately move in front of the woman, weapons at the ready, and the one in the hood quickly turns around and immediately his hands go to his waist. And the first male figure, who, getting a better look as you get closer, has kind of a short cropped black beard, is wearing helmet, chainmail, has a shield with the sign of Pelor on it, a mace hanging from his...
Who's Pelor? Sorry.
Pelor is the god of the sun.
Okay.
Mace hanging at his side. Goes, "Whoa! Didn't see you there, friend. Apologies if we have disturbed you."
Apology is accepted. The question still stands. Who are you and what are you doing here?
The smaller figure seems to be slowly trying to circle around the camp. And he goes, My name is Charles Morrow. Uh, I am a cleric of Pelor.
Charles Monroe.
Just wondering, is the one that's attempting to circle around the camp, is he going to come anywhere near me?
Uh, Potentially, yes.
Okay.
Is there something you want to do if he
he
gets
does,
close
I
to
would
you?
like to shadow him.
Okay.
Sorry, what was that?
I was just asking what you wanted to do if he did come near you. Okay. So you wish to shadow him?
Since there's clearly conversation going on, I will rouse myself and emerge.
Okay.
Prima, is everything all right?
We have intruders. I am challenging them.
Coeli, are you still nesting or are you also arisen?
Coeli is still, she's trying to nest. She's basically doing the equivalent of cawing into a pillow.
5 more minutes, Mom.
Okay, he goes, this is my wife, Sarah, and this is, you can see he kind of visibly takes a deep breath before speaking the name. He goes, this is Dork.
Which
I
one
see,
is Dork?
yes, but what is his name?
Which one is Dork? Is that the
The-
black-bearded paler dude?
No, Blackbearded
That's
Pillar
Charles
is Charles. The other male figure,
The big one that was laughing heartily at the antics of the small one.
when
Sorry, I didn't hear you call him Charles, so...
when you say yes, but what is his name? He goes, that is my name.
I see.
Upon closer inspection, you can see that he's kind of got some rather large teeth coming out of his bottom jaw.
So do I notice that, or?
Yeah, you are the closest one to him.
Okay, well then I think looking at who I've now seen, you hear the verbal reports of cleric, armed, moderately dangerous, orc, large, moderately dangerous, small person, unidentified, moderately dangerous, and then the small one moving, like circling, you see, circling, coward, threat level, low.
He follows up with, and the last member of our party is, and you see him looking around trying to find the last person. He looks and then goes, and you can see a look of complete exasperation on his face, and he goes, Tristan, we are not here to kill anyone.
Well, he perks up at that.
Tristan
Pokes his head out.
respond to this?
What?
How does Tristan respond to this?
He kind of stops moving, but his hands are still very much on the hilts of his weapon.
I'm assuming Tristan is the one that was attempting to circle around.
That does appear to be who they were addressing.
Okay. You know, it never hurts to confirm these things.
Tristan would be wise to listen to his commander.
So I would like to ready an action.
Okay.
If there is any aggressive action by any of the party, I'm going to attempt to go up behind Tristan and slit his throat.
Okay.
Yep.
What was that,
they
Abby?
better not-
So at this point, the woman pushes her way past the two men who moved in front of her and says, I would like to apologize for what has happened. Some of our traveling companions are a bit childish at times, at which point you see the large individual identified as Dork kind of look really sheepish and embarrassed. He goes, I wish they would behave themselves a bit better at times, but one can only hope for so much. Her look pointedly moves to where Tristan is. Goes, if we have disturbed you, I am sorry, and we'll move on and make sure not to trigger any more of the illusions.
So the illusions were not your doing.
No, from what we can tell, this Lord Peregrine has set up programmed illusions across the entire length and breadth of the shoreline of this lake, as my companions have made painfully aware over the last day.
What are you and your companions traveling to?
Oh, we just came seeking information from Lord Peregrine that we felt he might be able to assist with, being a rather learned wizard in the area, though I do suspect he might be a little bit reluctant to have visitors if these illusions are any evidence.
2 lines of inquiry, well, 1 line of inquiry, 1 piece of advice. The stained glass doors come to life, and line of inquiry, what question did you want answered?
Tristan pipes up and goes, I don't know why that's any of your concern.
Because I'm the one asking the questions. I didn't ask you. Be quiet, Tristan.
Okay. Tristan responds with, you should let me do to them what I did to those in the bar.
Tristan should silence himself, or Tristan will be silenced.
Prima. Tristan.
Also, by the way, I've started to. My eyes have started to go red, and my voice has become distorted.
At this point, I am going to come up behind and arm around Nick, knife to throat.
Okay,
Yes, you'll be silent.
Make an attempt to grapple.
That is an athletics check, correct?
Or acrobatics, whichever you'd prefer.
I am doing athletics.
I wonder why.
Let's go strength rogue. 22.
Hold it, I need to look up a stat.
I will also attempt an intimidation with this, if at all possible.
Too many pages of stuff. So we have a 23.
Oh, you're kidding me!
So you come up behind him, you grab him, and right as you think you're getting a hold, he just kind of drops low and steps away. Immediately, the knives come out.
Do I get the intimidation roll?
You can make an intimidation roll.
Okay. 25 on that one.
You sound pretty scary and pretty serious. In the heat of the moment, it is hard to read what their reactions are. But you see Charles continuing to look like a dad on the end of a very long road trip. Kind of motions for Dork to go intervene.
Fucking 23. You gotta be kidding me.
Chokma, Prima, settle down. It's
What? I was just sending a message.
Yes, of course you are. Now please step away from the smaller man. Tristan, yes. Charles, I'm very sorry. Have you spoken with Lord Coralon yet?
No, we were headed there now. Our progress has been fairly slow due to some people finding too much enjoyment in the illusions.
I see. I see.
At this point, Dork has made his way over to Tristan, and you watch as the smaller man kind of puts up like a half-hearted, like, no, 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 as he's backing up, and Dork literally grabs him and heaves him over his shoulder.
I get the sense like it's a, oh, you're lucky he held me back kind of deal. Shockmaw puts up his blades and just kind of stands there and glares. Arms crossed. You can't see it because of the camera, but arms are crossed.
As Dork drags him back over to the other two, you hear Tristan saying things, just let me kill them. Just let me kill one of them.
You should keep a watch on your Tristan. He will get himself killed.
The...
In 23.
I was asking a question before the Tristan unit intervened. I have not had my answer.
Well, as we have only just met upon the road, I don't know why we would impart our mission to you when we know nothing of yours either.
We already spoke to the mage.
Oh. What were you seeking to know from him?
I will have your answer.
Ah, seems that you don't wish to share either. Funny
I
that.
will share. Oh, I will share after I've had your answer too.
And prima. It is probably not for the best. They prefer not to elaborate. We prefer not to elaborate. It is perfectly fine. We're just two groups of travelers seeking the same. Well, one seeking, one having sought the same man. But
As you say that, Dork chimes in with, "We want to ask what he's protecting."
hey,
Good luck with that. He didn't tell us either.
At which point I say, we had a similar question. The answer we received was difficult.
I see. Well,
The mage will have to die before you can get to the island.
Tristan goes, "I can arrange that."
And for the first time ever, I actually start to warm to Tristan.
DB real, go ahead, Alexi.
It is far too late for all this talk of killing, whether of us or of you or of that other man, Lord Peregrine. Please, you will see up that way a door in a stained glass. It is through there that you will likely find him.
Thank you very much for the information.
Oh yeah, be careful of wind.
She then offers you. Hold on, I need to find it. There we go. She says, "I apologize for all of this inconvenience. I wish you safe travels on your journey. As way of apology for the disturbance and intruding on your camp and the lack of manners of one of our compatriots, I offer this." And she reaches and pulls out a scroll and hands it over to you, Unit 32.
Okay, can I read it?
I mean, you could look at it. I would not suggest reading it, because that would kind of...
Okay, I'm not going to read it, but what does it say?
It appears to be a scroll of haste.
Oh, very cool. I will put that in my bag and say thank you.
Very
I have
much
no further
appreciated,
questions.
Maro.
She says, "Well, I wish you safe journeys. I hope our paths will cross again in a more benevolent manner."
I have one further line of inquiry this unit nearly forgot. Have you heard of the Mermaid's Rest? It is an excellent restaurant.
I think I have eaten there, and I think you are correct. Its food is quite divine.
And I don't know what to do with that. So I'm gonna go. It is recommended by everyone that breathes and or eats.
Well, that is
Question.
good to know.
Okay.
Is there a puddle on the ground where Trevor or Travis or whatever his name was standing?
There does not appear to be a puddle.
Damn.
Do I in any way recognize any of these people?
Do you in any way recognize any of them?
Like, from the Mermaid's Rest?
No.
Okay.
So at this point, Dork has carried Tristan off. Sarah and Charles both say, "May Pelor guide your path," and
Dormiors.
they make their way off into the wilderness.
What was the woman's name? I've never.
Sarah.
Sarah?
Yep. Charles and Sarah.
That with an H or without?
With an H.
Okay, that's the
Sarah.
correct way.
Gotcha.
Okay. Prima, continue to watch.
And if you're trying to take correct notes, Dork's name is spelled Doork.
That's amazing.
I mostly just had to ask about Sarah because my sister is very insistent on how it is spelled.
Is your sister with or without an H?
With.
The correct way. But yes, Prima, please continue to watch. I don't trust the short one.
I will also continue to watch since
Yeah.
I was watching anyway.
At which point, I am going to point out to the party the area in which I set an alarm and recommend you all sleep in the middle, so that if he walks in, he will trigger it, and then I'm going to blitz his ass.
I didn't realize you were that kind of robot.
Oh, yes.
All right.
Yes, that's a private social mode.
Yeah, he is receiving the hardest of firebolts to the face.
But
Right.
I am going to follow through with my early to bed, early to rise plan.
All right. The rest of the evening passes without incident, and you are all able to awake the following morning, well rested, and for the time being, level 4.
I feel like when Coeli wakes up, she's going to have this immediate, like, I'm awake, so there's got to be an explosion somewhere. I think she just sort of sits there and it's like, there's not.
She's just having flashbacks from last night. Just
And
Like when
so,
you wake up at like 2 and then at 4 and you finally wake up at like the correct time and you're like, I swear to God, if it is before 8 o'clock, and you're like, oh, it's 8, we're good, we're fine, it's fine. Like that.
and we will take our finale there so you folks can level up, and then next time you can determine where to go next.
Nice.
All right.
So, thank you, Viewing World, for joining us. We look forward to seeing you again.
Until next time.
Next time.